Chapter 26-67. When Qin Yun saw the red light, he was very curious about it. Previously, when he used his heavenly eye, he was unable to see through the dense foliage. He could only vaguely see the energy veins underground. But now, he can see a very strong red energy penetrating through, which means that the divine power released by the red light is extraordinary and has a very strong penetrating power. Could it be some treasure? Qin Yun guessed. He has already landed to see what it is. This is the Xian-Kill treasure land. Since it is a treasure land, there will definitely be many rare treasures appearing. It is not strange for treasures to appear. For example, Yu Shangyun and the others found a mine before, but they don't know what mine it is. They haven't excavated it yet, they still have to figure out the clan structure of the Xian-Kill treasure land. The main reason is that they don't want to alarm other clans after digging, which would definitely cause conflict. What they need to do now is to guard the mine they found and then understand the clan structure of the Xian-Kill treasure land. After that, they can set up the barrier and prepare the preliminary work. Then, they can start digging. Qin Yun landed in the forest and saw Mu Jin beside a pile of things, emitting a fiery red light. He is more than 100 meters away from Mu Jin. Standing on a tree branch, he can still feel the scorching aura of the fiery red light. What is this? How can there be such a strong flame? Qin Yun opened his heavenly eye and carefully observed. He discovered that under the fiery red light, there is actually a very beautiful flower. The flower had a pair of beautiful wings. The wings were like the wings of a phoenix, and they were slowly flapping. The entire flower's core is like the crown of a phoenix, which is also the place where the light is the strongest. The petals are like phoenix feathers, burning with intense flames. This flower can be said to be the most beautiful and rare flower Qin Yun has ever seen. With one look, one can tell that this is a good thing. It must be a rare divine flower. Could this be the phoenix divine flower? The Xian-Kill treasure land is a place of dragons. How could there be something related to phoenixes? Qin Yun thought in his heart. Dragons and phoenixes are inseparable. It seems that this Xian-Kill treasure land is becoming more and more magical. Ling Yuner said, Xiao Yun, the Xian-Kill treasure land is not small, you might need to fly for a day or two to cross it. Qin Yun's current location belongs to the central area of the Xian-Kill treasure land, because the Heavenly Fate Dragon Lake is not far away. Of course, the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake only occupied a small area of the mysterious Death Treasure Ground. The mysterious Death Treasure Ground was indeed very big. The ancient Yu clan, the Great Sky God clan, Xian Shazi, and the others were currently exploring the area, searching for treasures. Mu Jin grew up with Hua Yu. Her name was named after a flower, so she had a special feeling for flowers. Flying in the air, she could sense that there were powerful flowers in the forest, which was normal. Qin Yun looked at Mu Jin from afar. Although he was very curious about the beautiful divine flower, he did not go over. Mu Jin was born with an affinity for flowers. She stood beside the big and beautiful flower and was not repelled by it. The flower was still flapping its phoenix wings as it flew around Mu Jin, as if it was dancing in joy. Mu Jin was also very happy, constantly interacting with the beautiful divine phoenix flower. Interesting, this flower is like a fairy. Qin Yun sighed in his heart. This flower has spirituality. If its cultivation is successful, it might be able to take human form. While Qin Yun was watching the dance of Mu Jin and the divine phoenix flower, he suddenly sensed movement all around him. Mu Jin also sensed it. She took out a crystal flower pendant. It is a spatial magic tool. She stored the divine phoenix flower inside it. Just as she stored the divine phoenix flower, several black shadows suddenly appeared all around her. There are 4 black-clothed middle-aged men. Their faces are filled with ice-cold, austere, killing intent. Their eyes are filled with killing intent. The black sabers in their hands are flickering with sharp, cold light. They are tightly holding the saber hilt. It seems as if as soon as they attack, a strong killing intent will burst out. Qin Yun saw that they are middle-aged men and immediately determined that they are all assassins, very professional ones at that. This kind of assassins can be said to exist for the sake of killing. They were born to be assassins, then they were chosen to be groomed. Their souls and blood are filled with killing intent. Such professional assassins definitely did not appear in the mysterious death treasure ground. They must have arrived not too long ago. Moreover, they have mastered spatial teleportation magic tools, that's why they could immediately arrive here after entering the mysterious death treasure ground. Qin Yun took out the magic mirror and contacted An Wukong to ask whether or not he let these people in. 4 black-clothed middle-aged men? They did not come from my place, they came from you ancient clan's entrance. Moreover, they did not need to pay Divine Universe golden stones, they even know the 2 guys guarding the entrance. And Wukong immediately replied to Qin Yun. You ancient clan's entrance is guarded by Yu Yaoyao's big uncle and little uncle. If they know these few black-clothed men, then maybe Yu Yaoyao also knows them. Hand over that flower, one of the black-clothed men said with ice-cold and emotionless voice. It is filled with hostility. Why should I give it to you? Mu Jin is also not someone to be trifled with, she said with sneer. If you don't give it to me, then you will die. The black-clothed man's voice seems to have already sentenced Mu Jin to death. It is filled with a very cold and powerful pressure. Also at this time, a faint black aura appeared on the 4 men's body. This kind of evil and ruthless aura caused Qin Yun to be somewhat alarmed. He immediately used the magic mirror to take a picture of the 4 black-clothed men and sent it to Yu Yaoyao, asking whether or not she knows these black-clothed men. After Yu Yaoyao saw it, she immediately requested to communicate with Qin Yun. Through the magic mirror, Qin Yun asked, Do you know these black-clothed middle-aged men? They seem to be assassins. They are my Yu ancient clan's assassins. Can you clearly see the sabers in their hands? If there are more dragon head carvings on their sabers, it means their rank is higher. The highest is 10 dragon head carvings. Look at how many they have. Yu Yaoyao said anxiously. Are they besieging Mu Jin? One of them has 7 dragon head carvings on his saber, the others all have 6. What kind of level is this? Qin Yun said. They want to snatch the Phoenix Divine Flower that Mu Jin just obtained. Quickly save Mu Jin. You and Mu Jin together won't be able to defeat them. I will immediately contact Luo Luo and Li Shuang. Tell them not to go help, otherwise they will die. Qin Yun, promise me that you will bring Mu Jin away. I believe you can do it. Yu Yaoyao's voice is very solemn and very anxious. Alright. Qin Yun also realized that these assassins are very strong. Just now, he sensed that these assassins are not weak at all. Even when he was facing the big shots of Great Heaven Divine Race and Great Yin Divine Race, he did not feel this kind of pressure. They are Yu ancient clan's Black Dragon assassins. Black Dragon assassins have always been evil and vicious. They will do anything to kill their targets. Moreover, they have no discipline. It is very difficult to control them. I will tell you about this matter later. You go first and save Mu Jin. Qin Yun put away the magic mirror and entered stealth mode. These 4 assassins must have seen Mu Jin and the Phoenix Divine Flower before. They want to snatch the flower, therefore they are now surrounding Mu Jin and forcing her to hand over the Phoenix Divine Flower. Although Mu Jin is young and arrogant, she now knows that these 4 assassins are very dreadful. Among these 4 assassins, she is no match for any one of them. The 7 dragon head assassin must be the leader. He did not waste time talking to Mu Jin. He decisively chopped down with his saber towards Mu Jin's shoulder, wanting to cut off her entire arm. Red light flashed on Mu Jin's shoulder. A red shoulder guard condensed from divine power appeared. It released very strong divine moon power. Her shoulder guard is like a soft thing. The 7 dragon head assassin's saber landed on the shoulder guard. It seems like it hit something very soft and bounced off. The other 3 6 dragon head assassins immediately attacked. One of them stabbed at Mu Jin's back. As for the other two, one stabbed at her abdomen, one hacked at her throat, their attacks are very ruthless. Not to mention that 4 large men are surrounding a woman, they are also attacking at the same time. It shows that they have no sense of shame. Mu Jin's body flickered with red light, formed a protective shield, and blocked their attacks. Then she quickly jumped, wanting to rush out of their encirclement. The Yu ancient clan assassins are indeed very strong, they can predict Mu Jin's thoughts. They arrived in front of her and furiously slashed with their sabers, creating a very berserk saber wind, forcing Mu Jin to retreat and suppress her to the ground. Dismember her, leave her head, force her to hand over the phoenix divine flower. The 7-dragon head assassin coldly said. The large saber in his hand became very large, condensing into a large saber illusion. It is clearly his divine mystic Tao image. Mu Jin is currently being suppressed by the large saber. Even though she released a red protective shield, she is still unable to move. Qin Yun, who was stealthily moving over, suddenly appeared. The 9-sun divine hammer in his hand ferociously attacked the large saber. An intense vibration burst out. The large black saber illusion was shattered by Qin Yun's attack and returned to its original size. Very strong. Qin Yun's hammer attack just now contained very strong Imperial Heaven divine power. Even if it was a divine weapon, it would still be shattered by him. But that saber was only an illusion condensed from divine power. He can feel that it is very difficult for him to shake that divine power. It must be known that Qin Yun has cultivated the divine Tao heavenly core from the 9-god mystic Tao image. His divine power is not weak at all. But facing the Yu ancient clan assassins, he feels so powerless. The moment he appeared, the aura released by the 4 assassins became even stronger, their killing intent became even denser. It is as if 4 fiends have suddenly appeared. The forest is filled with bitter killing intent. Qin Yun suddenly released his strongest supergravity. The 4 assassins quickly rushed over and pressed their legs into the ground. Chapter 2668. When Qin Yun used Transcending Void Step before, most of the time he could shake off his enemies. Even if they could keep up, they wouldn't be able to keep up for long. But now, the 4 black dragon assassins of the ancient Yu clan were hot on their heels, like ravenous wolves in a frenzy. Qin Yun used Transcending Void Step to travel through space. He is already far away from the place where the Phoenix Divine Flower appeared. Moreover, he is trying his best to hide his aura, but he is still unable to shake off those 4 assassins. If he continues, he will consume too much energy. Once he slows down, they will catch up. He is also thinking of a way, for example, he can release the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and hide inside. That way he can stall for some time and wait for the Imperial Demon to arrive. If he was facing other enemies, this move would be more stable. But those 4 black dragon assassins are not ordinary enemies. Qin Yun is worried that the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda will be breached by them. At that time, not only will he lose the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, he will also fall into a fierce battle. Xiao Yun, do your best to go towards the direction of the monkey dragon. Let the monkey dragon entangle them. With your current strength, it would be best if you don't face those 4 assassins. You are not their match. Even Ling Yun could tell that the 4 black dragon killers of the ancient Yu clan were very powerful. If there was only one of them, they might be able to put up a fight. Moreover, they would be working together with Mu Jin. Mu Jin is very clear that those 4 assassins are very strong. If no one comes to save her, she might be finished. Qin Yun is wearing a mask so that Mu Jin can't see his appearance. He believes that Mu Jin has already guessed his identity, but she is still in danger, so she did not say anything. Qin Yun opened his heavenly eye and released many heavenly eye clones. They floated in all directions and searched for the monkey dragon. He can only lead those 4 assassins to the monkey dragon. Those monkey dragons are not very strong, but they are very annoying. If there are enough of them, even those 4 assassins will have a headache. Qin Yun had previously guessed that the monkey dragon's appearance was very likely due to the heavenly fate dragon lake's water. This meant that the monkey dragon's body was not weak. If it could hold back the 4 black dragon assassins, it could still hold them back. It seems like ancient Yu clan cannot be underestimated. Their assassins are very scary. I wonder how powerful the 3 elders from the ancient Yu clan are. Qin Yun still had lingering fears. The 3 elders of the ancient Yu clan did not make a move earlier. If they were stronger than the 4 black dragon assassins, Qin Yun would definitely not be able to defeat them. Not long after, Qin Yun's heavenly eye avatar found traces of monkey dragons. Moreover, there were quite a few of them. There were more than a dozen of them. Qin Yun grabbed Mu Jin's wrist tightly. Using the transcending void step, he brought her through space and headed in the direction of the dozen-plus monkey dragons. A moment later, he arrived above the forest. Just as he arrived, the 4 black dragon assassins appeared around Qin Yun and Mu Jin. Qin Yun and Mu Jin were surrounded by them. The auras of the 4 black dragon killers were all very strong. When they appeared here, they immediately alarmed the group of mischievous monkey dragons below. At the same time, Qin Yun released supergravity again. The moment his supergravity appeared, the 4 black dragon assassins immediately sensed it and released a wave of power from their bodies to withstand the incoming gravity. However, the gravity that Qin Yun released this time did not make them feel heavy. Instead, it made their bodies feel as light as a feather, as if they were in a weightless state. It was this kind of surprise that caught the 4 black dragon assassins off guard. Their bodies felt as light as a feather. They were blown into the forest by Qin Yun's palm wind, and just happened to land in the group of monkey dragons' location. Qin Yun immediately brought Mu Jin and quickly traveled through space. As long as they did not chase closely, Qin Yun would have enough time to erase the traces left behind by traveling through space, making it impossible for them to track him. The group of monkey dragons did not disappoint Qin Yun. They were able to entangle the 4 black dragon assassins for a short while. That short amount of time was enough for Qin Yun to escape their pursuit with Mu Jin. Through the heavenly eye, Qin Yun could see that the monkey dragon's strength was not ordinary. Although they were beaten up by the 4 assassins, their bodies were very hard. They were not injured. In addition, when the 4 black dragon assassins were furious, they caused a huge commotion, but they were unable to destroy a single tree. Those crystallization period trees were all tree dragons. Although they had not completely evolved into tree dragons, their bodies were already so strong. The monkey dragon could use the trunk of the tree to dodge the attacks of the black dragon assassins. The 4 black dragon assassins originally thought that these monkey dragons would be easy to kill, but they were wrong. Not only were they not easy to kill, they were also very difficult to deal with. Their tempers were not good. Furthermore, they had already lost their target, so they planned to vent their anger on the group of monkey dragons. The more they fought, the angrier they became. Because no matter what, it was very difficult to kill this group of monkey dragons. They couldn't even seriously injure them. The heavenly eye avatar that Qin Yun placed there also gradually dissipated. Before it dissipated, he saw the strength of the monkey dragon and the black dragon assassins. No matter which side it was, it shocked him. The 4 black dragon assassins were not at a disadvantage against more than 10 difficult to deal with monkey dragons. If there were only 4 monkey dragons, they would definitely be killed. This allowed him to have a deeper understanding of the strength of the black dragon assassins and the monkey dragon. Qin Yun pulled Mu Jin and constantly used the void step to travel through space. He did not fly towards Yushang Yun, mainly because he was worried that he would be lured by the black dragon assassins. He contacted Yu Yaoyao and told her that Mu Jin was safe and told her not to worry. At night, Qin Yun didn't know where he was in the Xian Killing Treasure Land. Inside the Xian Killing Treasure Land, other than the Heavenly Fate Dragon Lake, the other places are filled with gigantic crystal-level trees, which are the unevolved tree dragons. Qin Yun is very tired. He brought Mu Jin and found a tree hole. The two of them entered the tree hole. Mu Jin has been wearing a mask the entire time. She looked at Qin Yun, who is sitting opposite her and resting, without saying a word. Qin Yun is wearing a mask and he does not plan to take it off. He is currently resting with his eyes closed. Thank you, we are safe now. Farewell. Mu Jin was silent for a long time before speaking. Can't you stay for a while longer and wait until daybreak before leaving? Qin Yun said indifferently with his eyes still closed. The divine moon of the heavens is out, I am not afraid of the night. At night, my strength is even stronger. After Mu Jin finished speaking, she flew out of the tree hole. Qin Yun sighed. He is currently very tired and does not have enough energy to chase after Mu Jin. Just as he was about to contact Yu Shangyun and ask them to persuade Mu Jin actually returned. Why did you come back? Qin Yun asked in surprise. No matter what, you saved me. You're not in a good state right now, so I have to stay and wait for you to recover. Mu Jin snorted lightly. Don't misunderstand, I'm not afraid of those guys. I can't be ungrateful, I can't abandon you. Mu Jin clearly knew that the masked man was Qin Yun, but she did not expose him. Otherwise, she would be very embarrassed, because she had always been shouting at Qin Yun to kill him, saying that he was an evil demon and that the only way to completely free him was to kill him. Now, she was saved by Qin Yun. She couldn't do something like killing Qin Yun with a flip of her hand. At this moment, she suddenly understood why Yu Shangyun and the others had always forgiven Qin Yun. She felt that she had finally understood that kind of bitterness. She still wanted some face, so she did not expose Qin Yun's identity and treated it as if a stranger had saved her. How much do you know about them? Qin Yun asked. I don't know them. These guys are very evil. They have the viciousness of killing anyone they see. They are extremely terrifying killers. Mu Jin lightly shook her head. She is still feeling some lingering fear because if Qin Yun did not take her away, she would not have been able to escape. Even if she handed over the Phoenix Divine Flower, she would have died in the end. Maybe she would have implicated Li Shuang and Luo Yaofeng. You can be considered to have fought with them. Tell me the characteristics of their divine power. Qin Yun said again. They have very strong dragon power in their bodies, but it's not completely dragon power. I'm guessing that they should be draconians. Mu Jin muttered to herself for a moment and said, Are they creatures born from the profound slaughter-treasured land? No, they are from Yu ancient clan. I don't know the specifics, Qin Yun said and indicated her to contact Yu Yaoyao. Sure enough, she immediately took out the devil mirror and contacted Yu Yaoyao to ask about the Black Dragon assassins. After understanding the situation, she did not say anything else. Why does Yu ancient clan raise these assassins? Mu Jin put away the devil mirror and asked Qin Yun. She asked Yu Yaoyao, but Yu Yaoyao is not clear. She only knows that these assassins are very dreadful. I don't know, but no matter what they want to do, as long as they provoke me, I will not let them off. Moreover, Divine Desolate does not allow these assassins to exist. They will bring great danger to Divine Desolate. Qin Yun said. Yu Yaoyao contacted Qin Yun and said that she will personally go find him and Mu Jin. She is not afraid of the Black Dragon assassins. After all, she is from Yu ancient clan. They will not kill her. Qin Yun and Mu Jin will also wait here for Yu Yaoyao. Late at night, the sky has just brightened. Qin Yun, who is sitting inside the tree hole, suddenly got up. What happened? Did they come? Mu Jin has not come out of the tree hole. She thought that the Black Dragon assassins have come. This made her very nervous. It's not them. It's Monkey Dragon, and there are a lot of them, Qin Yun said in low voice. Those damn monkeys. Mu Jin was besieged before. She gritted her teeth and asked in low voice, How many? Have they discovered us? There are dozens of them. They should have discovered them. In this forest, they are the kings. Qin Yun immediately walked out of the tree hole and said, Maybe I have a way to deal with them. Through the Heavenly Eye Avatar, Qin Yun can see dozens of monkey dragon. They are fleeing from one tree after another and are rushing towards them. He suddenly suspects that the monkey dragon and these trees have perception, otherwise they would not know that they are hiding inside the tree hole. Chapter 2669. Mu Jin thought that Qin Yun still hasn't recovered. Seeing that Qin Yun was about to fight, she immediately flew out. "What are you doing?" Qin Yun shouted. "You wait in the cave, I'll go beat these guys away." Mu Jin held her wooden longsword and flew over. However, she was dragged back by the tree vines released by Qin Yun. Qin Yun and Mu Jin returned to the tree hole and stood at the entrance, looking at the group of monkey dragons that were flying over. Mu Jin complained, "Why didn't you let me go? You just need to rest well and save some strength. If those black dragon killers chase after us, we'll have to rely on you." She believed that Qin Yun's strength was inferior to hers, but his ability to escape was very strong. Although these monkey dragons look evil, they haven't done anything evil. At most, they just like to cause trouble. The best way to deal with this kind of thing is to outsmart them, Qin Yun said. He had already thought of a way and thought that he could give it a try. "All right, then let me see how you'll outsmart them." Mu Jin didn't insist on fighting. If she didn't have to fight with those monkey dragons, she wouldn't want to. Just thinking about it gave her a headache. Dozens of monkey dragons came over and surrounded the tree where Qin Yun and Mu Jin are. Some of them had already jumped up the tree, but they didn't enter the tree hole. This group of boring monkeys, maybe they want to play us to death. Mu Jin snorted and said, "It's best to go out and beat them up. If it's only one or two, maybe we can beat them to submission. But how are you going to beat these dozens of monkey dragons?" Qin Yun shook his head and said, "If we run, we might be chased by them and lure the 4 black dragon killers over." Mu Jin didn't believe that Qin Yun could deal with so many monkey dragons, so she was already prepared to fight. Inside the wooden longsword in her hand, there is a faint sword aura, ready to enter an intense battle at any time. Qin Yun stood in the tree hole and shouted loudly, "Are you monkey dragons or dragon monkeys?" He guessed that these monkey dragons could speak human language, so he probed. "We are monkey dragons. We are stronger than true dragons." A monkey dragon shouted. Its voice was like a monkey's cry, its pronunciation was quite clear. Qin Yun and Mu Jin could understand it. "Is this your territory? We didn't intentionally enter your territory," Qin Yun added. To a race, it was taboo to have other races enter their territory. "This forest is the territory of us and the Treant dragon race. You have passed through the barrier and entered, which is equivalent to invading our territory," a monkey dragon shouted. From its tone, it could be heard that this monkey dragon was very angry. The profound death-treasured land was protected by a barrier. If they forcefully opened the entrance through the barrier, it would indeed be tantamount to an invasion. Indeed, many people have come in, but some of them want to peacefully communicate with you, and some of them are filled with malice. And I want to communicate with you," Qin Yun said. "Bullshit, you're a human, we don't believe you. In our inherited memories, we've been warned not to trust other races, including the human race." This time, it was a relatively calm Simiao dragon who spoke. "In most races, there are indeed many bad guys, but there are also good ones. Qin Yun also knows that these monkey dragons are not easy to fool, but he is very patient. Other than that, the dragon monkey did not make a move and was willing to talk to him. This meant that there was room for discussion. "Then how are you going to prove that you're not a bad guy?" a Simiao dragon shouted. Qin Yun immediately threw out a few divine weapons. They are all sabers and swords. These are the divine weapons he obtained after defeating others. You are unarmed, so you will be at a disadvantage in battle. If you have weapons, you will be able to increase your battle strength. Qin Yun said, "Those few weapons are all pretty good divine weapons in my hands." A Simiao dragon immediately picked them up. When they first held them in their hands, they were rather happy. But when they used these divine weapons to hack at each other a few times, they actually broke. What kind of trash is this? It's not even as hard as my teeth. A Simiao dragon actually bit off a saber. Qin Yun cursed these trash divine weapons in his heart and said with an embarrassed smile, "Fellow monkey brothers, you are truly too strong. Our human divine weapons are not suitable for you, but I am a tool refiner. I will refine even better divine weapons for you." "I don't believe it, I don't believe it. The divine weapons you just gave us are all trash. How could you be willing to give us good things? Besides, you definitely don't have anything good in your hands," the Simiao dragon said with a voice filled with disdain. The other Simiao dragons also began to jeer. Qin Yun snickered in his heart because this group of Simiao dragons did not attack because they wanted to get some fun things from him. He immediately jumped from the tree hole to the ground, causing the other Simiao dragons to jump up and down in shock. After he came down, in order to show his sincerity, he took off his mask and immediately took out a lot of elegant smoke, sunglasses and large golden chains. This is elegant smoke. In the God Desolate, regardless of whether it is humans or non-humans, they all like to smoke it. Qin Yun immediately picked up a cigarette, put it in his mouth and lit it up. He looks like he is enjoying it very much. These Simiao dragons were born not too long ago. Their understanding of this world is only a little bit from their inherited memories. Whether it is elegant smoke or those sunglasses and large golden chains, they are all very new to the Simiao dragons. They have never even come into contact with ordinary weapons, so when they saw Qin Yun throw out the swords and sabers, they all excitedly picked them up. These dozens of Simiao dragons immediately came over to ask for elegant smoke. Some Simiao dragons even learned by themselves and put the cigarettes on their ears, looking like old smokers. Very soon, the tree was filled with lingering smoke and a fragrant smoke fragrance wafted through the air. Those Simiao dragons who did not trust Qin Yun earlier are now calling him Big Brother Yun. Mu Jin can be considered to be in awe of Qin Yun. He actually managed to deal with this group of troublesome Simiao dragons in a short while. "Oh, that's right, fellow Simiao brothers, you had companions before. Did you meet a few black-clothed large men who were very difficult to deal with?" Qin Yun asked about the 4 black dragon assassins. "That's right, those guys are not humans. More than half of them have black dragon bloodline, we don't know what the other half is." A Simiao dragon flicked the cigarette ash, spat out a mouthful of smoke and said, "Too many people have entered our heaven's mandate sacred land, we can't tell if they are good or bad." "Then I will tell you which ones are good." Qin Yun took out a bunch of magic mirrors and taught them how to use them. He also told them the characteristics of Sun In divine race, Law Enforcement realm and Great Heaven divine race. Qin Yun made a list and told them to ask which race they belong to when they see them. This way they can distinguish between good and bad. Soon after, he also gave many to Xiao Sha Yen and the other Simiao dragons. This made them very happy. Mu Jin also came down. She saw Qin Yun's face but did not say anything. Even if she wanted to attack Qin Yun now, she would not be able to do so. She would definitely be hammered to death by these Simiao dragons. "Brother Yun, is this mother your wife?" A Simiao dragon saw Mu Jin come down and asked with mischievous smile. After Mu Jin heard this, she secretly rolled her eyes and lightly stamped her feet. Clearly, she is somewhat angry. "She is my little sister and she doesn't like to talk. Fellow Simiao brothers, please don't mind her," Qin Yun said with smile. "Oh, that's right, you should have a Monkey King, right? Can you take me to see your Monkey King? Xiao Sha Yen is such a good thing. It would be such a pity if the Monkey King can't taste it." "Yes, yes, yes," the group of Simiao dragons immediately shouted. "Brother Yun, we will take you to see the Monkey King." The Simiao dragons are rather excited because they feel that their harvest is not small. They immediately ran up the tree and brought Qin Yun to see their Monkey King. Mu Jin also followed Qin Yun. From her point of view, it is safer to be with Qin Yun. Where did you get so many top-quality cigarettes? Mu Jin followed beside Qin Yun and asked in low voice. Those top-quality cigarettes are all very expensive. They are rarely sold on the market. It was not easy for me to get a box, and I have to save some to smoke. Just now you gave out dozens of boxes. You also smoke? Qin Yun said in surprise. Didn't you smoke too? What's so strange about that? Mu Jin lightly snorted. Qin Yun was just pretending to smoke. Even if he really smoked, he would not be addicted. If you don't kill me, I'll give you 2 boxes. Qin Yun said. He would not tell Mu Jin that he was the one who made the top-quality cigarette. Because even the Bright Moon Sect Palace does not have top-quality cigarette. Don't think you can use this kind of trick to deal with me. I'm not stupid. Mu Jin turned her head and said, I don't want to accept your benefits. Qin Yun still took out 2 boxes of cigarettes and handed them over. He said, the top-quality cigarettes you can get are definitely not as good as the ones I give you. Mu Jin took it and sniffed it with her nose. She said in a low voice, how fragrant. It is indeed much better than what I got. Where did you get it? Could it be from Sister Yunyu? She said she didn't have much in her hands. My box was even given to me by her. I have great magical powers, I naturally have a way to get it. Qin Yun said with a smile. Let's go meet the Monkey King. After I deal with this Monkey King, it will be much more convenient to do things in the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Land in the future. Monkey dragons have more monkey characteristics, so their personalities are very similar to monkeys. When they fight, they are a bit like dragons. Qin Yun secretly contacted his friends and told them that if they encountered monkey dragons, they must not fight with them. They should just decisively send out smoke. Qin Yun and Mu Jin followed the group of monkey dragons through the forest. After walking for several hours, they finally arrived at a very strange giant tree. The other giant trees are all at the crystal level, but this giant tree is not. Furthermore, it is much bigger than the other crystal level trees. Furthermore, this giant tree is blooming. This seems to be a peach tree. Those flowers have the shadow of peach blossoms, but they are not completely peach blossoms. When Mu Jin saw the blooming flowers on the tree, she immediately became lively. Is that so? This tree seems to be very important to the monkey dragons. Qin Yun said. And Mu Jin nodded. After the group of monkey dragons arrived, many other monkey dragons came out from the vicinity. Chapter 2670. Qin Yun and Mu Jin stood together. They did not relax their vigilance. After all, this was the Monkey King's territory. If the Monkey King was not easy to fool and attacked them out of anger, they had to immediately break out of the encirclement. Mu Jin had hesitated before and advised Qin Yun not to look for the boss of the Monkey Dragon. After all, this was the core territory of the Monkey Dragon. They did not see a large number of monkey dragons here, but they felt an inexplicable nervousness, as if they were surrounded by a large number of monkey dragons. Mu Jin's breathing gradually became heavy. She really wanted to take out her weapon, but Qin Yun had warned her before not to take out her weapon. This would make the monkey dragon feel hostility. After all, she still lacked the experience to deal with a big situation, especially when she was in a very dangerous situation. Although Mu Jin appeared calm when facing the 4 black dragon killers, the main reason was that she did not face an even more dangerous situation. That was because Qin Yun had suddenly saved her and did not let her fall into that kind of despair. At this moment, Mu Jin felt as if she was facing a large number of black dragon killers. This made it difficult for her to breathe. Qin Yun's perception was very sharp. Although Mu Jin was wearing a mask, he could sense the change in Mu Jin's aura. He immediately took out a cigarette and stuffed it into Mu Jin's mouth. Mu Jin was wearing a mask and her mouth was open. She subconsciously took the cigarette that Qin Yun handed over. A flame condensed on Qin Yun's fingertip. After igniting the cigarette, Mu Jin also slowly took a puff. She, who was originally extremely nervous, relaxed a little after taking a puff. Then, she took a few more puffs and finally suppressed the fear in her heart. Although the Monkey King did not come out and the monkey dragons that were hiding in the surroundings did not show themselves, the invisible pressure they released was extremely terrifying. Although Mu Jin was extremely strong, she was almost defeated by that invisible pressure. Qin Yun also realized that the Monkey King and the other core monkey dragons of the monkey dragon race were not simple. Otherwise, they would not have used such a method to test Qin Yun and Mu Jin. If they could not withstand this kind of pressure, their hearts would be filled with fear. In addition, their hearts were not sincere enough and they would definitely escape. The person who wanted to cooperate with the monkey dragon race was Qin Yun, so Mu Jin did not have the same thoughts as Qin Yun. Moments later, a golden and powerful monkey dragon suddenly appeared in a hole in the tree in front of him. This monkey dragon was about the same size as the other monkey dragons, but the dragon scales in front of its body and the monkey fur on its body were all golden. The Monkey King's eyes seemed to be emitting flames. The dragon claws on its four limbs were also relatively large. With a glance, one could tell that this was a very powerful fellow. Just the aura from his body made Mu Jin and Qin Yun feel a sense of powerlessness. Qin Yun and Mu Jin were both very competitive and confident people. After seeing the Monkey King, they immediately determined that it was impossible for them to defeat it at the moment. King, this little human brother's name is Qin Yun. He is a very good person and gave us many good things. The monkey dragon that brought Qin Yun and Mu Jin here shouted while hopping around. This monkey dragon was even wearing a pair of sunglasses. You intruded into the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land, so you should be the enemy of my monkey dragon race. But seeing that you have no malice, I will not pursue the matter of you intruding into the Holy Land for the time being. The Monkey King said. Monkey King, I think we can cooperate well. Qin Yun smiled and said, God's Desolate is very big and your monkey dragon race is also very powerful. It is impossible for you to stay here forever. Sooner or later, you will have to go out and make contact with the outside world. That's right, how do you plan to cooperate? I don't believe in friendship, so let's talk about benefits. The Monkey King said. This Monkey King is very realistic and very direct, which is often the easiest to cooperate with. If you need some divine weapons, I can provide them to you. Qin Yun said. At this moment, other monkey dragons ran out one after another to observe Qin Yun and Mu Jin. The dozens of monkey dragons who obtained a large amount of indifferent smoke also gave the smoke to other monkey dragons to smoke. Therefore, a lot of smoke suddenly floated up. Divine weapon? How powerful are our bodies? Just our dragon claws are comparable to the vast majority of so-called divine weapons. The Monkey King's voice is filled with disdain, it said with smile. In my inherited memories, there are also things like tool refiners and inscription masters. I think that these are all unnecessary. After the Monkey King finished speaking, he jumped down from the tree hole. When he landed on the ground, he is very graceful. His dragon claw-like legs did not touch the ground, instead they are lightly floating. Also at this time, white runes appeared on the golden dragon scales on his chest. After Qin Yun saw this, he is secretly astonished. The dragon scales on the Monkey King's upper body have naturally formed runes. Although they are only bright runes and not dark runes can be seen, Qin Yun is certain that they are heavenly runes. Moreover, these runes are all dragon transformation runes. As for what kind of runes they are, Qin Yun is temporarily unable to tell. He only knows that they can provide the Monkey King with very strong defensive power. In addition, a large number of complex runes also appeared on his dragon claws. Divine power gushed out from his claws through those runes and became even more powerful. I was born with such powerful runes. Can the runes of you inscription masters be as strong as the runes on my body? The Monkey King laughed proudly and said, I am not looking down on you. I dare say that the runes on my body were not drawn by you. Runes can be compared. Mu-Jin firmly believes in the Monkey King's words. She can feel that those runes can make the Monkey King's divine power even stronger. In addition, my body is already so strong that it is comparable to any divine weapon, so I don't need any divine weapon. The Monkey King said very confidently, and don't be so naive to think that you can injure our bodies with divine weapon. Qin Yun came to find the Monkey King to cooperate with him, not to challenge him. Therefore, he can only say some flattering words and said with smile, Monkey King, you are indeed very powerful. With your body, you are definitely the strongest expert in the divine desolate. It seems like you don't need weapons, that is truly regretful. At this time, a monkey dragon stuffed a cigarette into the Monkey King's mouth. The Monkey King can naturally see that many monkey dragons have cigarettes in their mouth. Therefore, he also followed suit and lit up a cigarette and started smoking. We don't need weapons, but this stuff is pretty good. The Monkey King only took a few puffs and his expression became much more gentle. He laughed and said, I have to say, the outside world is indeed wonderful. Our monkey dragon race will definitely go out to travel in the future. Qin Yun's current cultivation is also not enough. If he had Shen Tianjuan's cultivation, he would have definitely taken out his weapon just now and then used the runes he mastered to broaden the horizons of this arrogant Monkey King. His current cultivation is still too low compared to the Monkey King. The runes he mastered are very strong, but if he were to use them with his current blood-soul power, he would not be able to suppress the Monkey King. This is elegant smoke, a very popular thing, Qin Yun said with smile. Elegant smoke, very good, very good. How many of these things do you have? How do you want to exchange? The Monkey King only tried it for a moment and immediately fell in love with this kind of feeling. Qin Yun took out a few boxes and handed them to the Monkey King. He said with smile, This is a greeting gift for the Monkey King. I have already sent many to other brothers. These are the last few boxes. As for the exchange, the main thing is to use Divine Universe Golden Stone. Divine Universe Golden Stone? We don't have that kind of thing. The Monkey King said, The only thing we can exchange with are these dragon peaches, but there is no result yet. The Monkey King pointed at the blooming flowers on the giant tree. Dragon peach? Will there be any benefits after eating it? Qin Yun asked. He and Mu-Jin raised their heads and looked at the beautiful flowers. It can make our body stronger, it can make our divine power stronger. The Monkey King pointed at the giant tree and said, This dragon peach divine tree is the foundation of our monkey dragon race. Very soon it will bear fruit for the first time. We only obtained it from the inherited memories. We have never eaten the effect of the dragon peach. Mu-Jin said in low voice. The fruit will bear fruit soon, but when it bears fruit, it will cause a great commotion. Moreover, when it bears fruit, the tree will evolve and become even bigger. Indeed, that is why we must guard this place to prevent people from stealing the peaches. The Monkey King said. If that's the case, then there will definitely be a lot of guys coming. Qin Yun said with frown. Great Heaven Divine Race, Great Een Divine Race and Great Heaven Divine Race will definitely come. Also, are those black dragon assassins from Ancient Yu clan? Are these guys your companions? After the Monkey King heard this, the Monkey King became somewhat irritable and extinguished the cigarette in his hand. Of course not. Qin Yun took out a devil mirror and handed it over to the Monkey King. Then he explained the current situation of Divine Desolate to the Monkey King. After the Monkey King finished listening, the Monkey King said, In my inherited memories, Ancient Yu clan is a very powerful clan. This clan is very ancient, I did not expect them to still exist. I don't know much about Ancient Yu clan. I wonder how much information about Ancient Yu clan is in your inherited memories? Qin Yun is very surprised and hastily asked. The Monkey King of the Monkey Dragon race has information about Ancient Yu clan in his inherited memories. This means that the monkey dragon race must have a great background. But why did they only appear now? Ancient Yu clan is very ancient and very dangerous. I only know this much. The Monkey King said, if ancient Yu clan people appear, even if I die, I will not let them steal half of the dragon peach. Qin Yun immediately contacted Imperial Demon, Yao, and told her not to come over to avoid provoking the monkey dragon race. Oh, that's right. How is your relationship with the tree dragon race? Qin Yun asked. Our relationship is very good. We are the guardian gods of the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. Soon, the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake will give birth to the strongest dragon race. And our monkey dragon race and tree dragon race will be the left and right arms of the dragon race, the Monkey King said. Chapter 26:71. Qin Yun suddenly realized why the runes on the Monkey King's body are so familiar. They are actually evolved from bloodline heavenly runes. Tree dragon race and monkey dragon race were born from bloodline heavenly runes. Apart from these two races, there is still the strongest dragon race that has not been born. Just one bloodline heavenly rune can give birth to three powerful races. This caused Qin Yun to feel that it is inconceivable. Long Sulin's fairy said that Tree Dragon Granny was born from bloodline heavenly rune, but is she not the strongest? Ling Yun'er feels somewhat doubtful. I think that bloodline heavenly rune is divided into three parts. Two parts gave birth to monkey dragon race and tree dragon race, and the core part should be the strongest dragon race. Qin Yun secretly guessed. The Monkey King's formidable power must have originated from bloodline heavenly rune. This is also the reason why Qin Yun and Mu Jin are so afraid of the Monkey King. After all, it is a beast formed from bloodline heavenly rune. Qin Yun, how do you think our monkey dragon race should integrate into Divine Desolate? The Monkey King asked. Monkey King, do you really want to integrate into Divine Desolate? Then how do you want to integrate? Qin Yun asked back. The Monkey King thought for a bit and said, I want them to revere us. Of course, as long as other races respect us, we will also respect them. Qin Yun looked at the huge tree crown and said, How many dragon peaches will bear? Do you mind giving some to them? I don't mind, but I won't give too many. The Monkey King said. I suggest you hold a dragon peach assembly and gather all the races in Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land. Announce to them that Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land is the territory of your monkey dragon race and tree dragon race. You can give one dragon peach to each race. Tell them in a friendly manner that they can leave Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land. If they want to stay, they must sign a contract with them and promise not to cause any trouble. Mu Jin nodded and said, That's fine. If some people don't know what's good for them, teach them a lesson on the spot and display your monkey dragon race's formidable strength. These resources will allow you to quickly exchange for a large amount of Divine Cosmos Golden Stones. These Divine Cosmos Golden Stones will be very useful to you. They can even be used as fertilizer to make Dragon Peach Divine Tree grow even faster. Yun said. The Heaven's Mandate Holy Land has many precious mines. You might not need them, so you can sell them and exchange them for Divine Universe Goldstones. With the Divine Universe Golden Stone, you will be able to quickly integrate into the Divine Wasteland. Mu Jin said. They have found a mine. The reason why they hadn't started mining yet was because they weren't sure who the mine belonged to. They didn't want any disputes after mining. The Divine Moon Clan had principles when they did things, because the Divine Moon Clan also had many mines, and they also sold mines, so they would follow their principles and not forcefully take other people's resources. The Monkey King nodded while smoking and said, It's not a problem to give out 200 dragon peaches. Let's see if those fellows are tactful or not. Qin Yun said with a smile. If they refuse a toast, we will make them drink a forfeit. Some people just need to use great power to completely subdue them. Just do as you say. Help me make arrangements and contact the people from other races. The Monkey King patted Qin Yun's shoulder. Qin Yun can sense the power of the bloodline heavenly rune on the Monkey King's hand. It is very familiar. Furthermore, that power caused the 10th Tao idol in his body to slightly move just now. Mu Jin, contact Sister Shang Yun and the others and let them do it, Qin Yun said. Then he also contacted Xie Wufeng and Long Tianyan. The Sun Dragon race has already entered the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. Qin Yun contacted Yang Long Lingyu and told him about the Monkey Dragon race's situation. Xie Wufeng represents the Myriad Realms Divine Court, but there are many things that require the Divine Judge's presence. The Myriad Realms Divine Court is very happy to accept these new races. They will let the Space God and the Alien Space race build a teleportation formation for them to connect to the Divine Court's heavenly city. This will allow these new races to quickly integrate into the Divine Wasteland and let them follow the rules. Then, after Qin Yun and Mu Jin made the arrangements, they were invited by the Monkey King to enter his cave and eat the divine fruits they picked. Qin Yun asked for a lot of divine fruits, mainly to put in the 9 Sun Divine Soul for Zi Qingqing, Mo and Yang Yang to eat. After eating and drinking, the Monkey King played with the Devil Mirror and ignored Qin Yun and Mu Jin. Mu Jin said that she wants to take a look at those dragon peach blossom. The Monkey King waved his hand and said very casually, "Look as you please if you like, just pick 3 or 5 of them." The Monkey King is very generous, it is very pleasant to talk with him. He belongs to the straightforward type. Qin Yun is now a lot more relaxed. If these monkey dragons are very evil, it would not be a good thing for the Divine Wasteland. What he is worried about is the Black Dragon Assassins from the ancient Yu clan. Those 5 Black Dragon Assassins are the lawless type. When they want to make a move, they don't care what kind of situation you are in. Mu Jin went to look at the dragon peach blossom. Qin Yun flew out of the tree hole and released the 9 Sun Heaven-raising pagoda next to a crystal transformation tree. He entered the 9 Sun Heaven-raising pagoda, released the Heaven-leaping shuttle, and then entered the Heaven-leaping shuttle again. This way he is in the 2nd layer space. The Heavenly Eye clone is on top of the 9 Sun Heaven-raising pagoda, so even if he is in the 2nd layer space, he can still pay attention to what is happening outside. The reason why he is so cautious is mainly because he wants to see the Bloodline Heavenly Rune in his hand. Qin Yun took out the Bloodline Heavenly Rune boxes he obtained one by one. There are a total of 8. The first one he obtained from the 9 Sun Royal Family's box. This Bloodline Heavenly Rune was obtained by Xie when she was the 9 Sun Goddess in the 9 Heavens. And this Bloodline Heavenly Rune box has been in his hands for a very long time. It can be fused with the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber and turn it into a very powerful weapon. Luoyao he rarely uses it because he is afraid of exposing the Bloodline Heavenly Rune. The other Bloodline Heavenly Rune boxes were given by Luo Yaofeng and Purple Sun Fairy Emperor Zao. One of them was a white box he swindled from White Sun Fairy Emperor. This box originally belonged to Bai Suxin's father, White Sun God King. Furthermore, after he completely took control of the Imperial Heaven Pawnshop, he obtained a blue oval Bloodline Heavenly Rune box from the Heavenly Tao. Then there was the Violent Sun Tiger Emperor's golden square box with many sharp thorns. After entering the Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land, the Bloodline Heavenly Rune box on Ming Yunyue's body finally fell off. It originally belonged to Yu Shangyun, but now it finally fell into Qin Yun's hands. Finally, there is the Jade White Heavenly Rune Egg. This is also the most special Bloodline Heavenly Rune box because it belongs to a newborn. Qin Yun looked at the Bloodline Heavenly Rune boxes on the table and sighed ruefully. He actually unknowingly collected so many. Moreover, each Bloodline Heavenly Rune box has its own story. Still missing one, we should be able to find it, right? Ling Yuner said. Are there really 9 Bloodline Heavenly Runes? I feel that there might be even more. Qin Yun said. He gently caressed the Jade White Heavenly Rune Egg. This is the most special one. Ling Yuner said. Xiao Yun, do you think we can find the last one through these 8 bloodline heavenly rune? Qin Yun shook his head. I don't dare to try. After all, if I release all 8 bloodline heavenly runes, there must be some tool in the law enforcement world that can sense the existence of the bloodline heavenly rune. If Xian Sha Zi can find it, then he can find the Xian Sha treasure land. Qin Yun put away the other 7 bloodline heavenly rune boxes and left the heavenly rune egg. This can be considered as one of the bloodline heavenly rune boxes, but it is very special. Because the original bloodline heavenly rune box was devoured, it gave birth to this bloodline heavenly rune egg. Xiao Yun, what's so special about this egg? Ling Yuner asked. The bloodline heavenly runes on Grandma Tree Dragon and Monkey King's bodies must have originated from this egg. Monkey King patted me just now and made my Tao image move. That feeling is very strange, so I feel that this egg might be my heavenly Tao image's divine Tao heavenly core. Tao image's divine Tao heavenly core. Among his 10 Tao images, 9 of them have already cultivated divine Tao heavenly core. Only the 10th Tao image, he doesn't know how to cultivate it. Among the 10 Tao images, the 10th image is always the most difficult to cultivate. It is the same when he made the heavenly Tao image evolve into sacred heavenly Tao image. Although the heavenly Tao image evolved into imperial heavenly Tao image, Qin Yun still can't understand this Tao image. In his opinion, there is a big problem with this imperial heavenly Tao image. From time to time, it would give him the same feeling as the previous heavenly Tao image. Especially recently, this feeling has become more and more intense, causing him to believe that this Tao image has degenerated into a heavenly Tao image. I must stabilize this Tao image. If I don't improve it, it might regress. Qin Yun became even more worried thinking about this point. It is possible that cultivation will regress. If the imperial heavenly Tao image regresses to the previous heavenly Tao image, it will be a big problem. Let's give it a try. Xiao Yun, while you are cultivating, I will use my divine Tao heavenly core to help the last Tao image condense a core. Ling Yuner said. Qin Yun nodded and then released a sacred tribulation gate. After the gate opened, Qin Yun's heart jumped even more because the feeling of the imperial heavenly Tao image is becoming fainter and fainter. It is truly regressing. Qin Yun placed the jade white heavenly rune egg inside and then released other sacred tribulation gate. After the 10 sacred tribulation gates became smaller, they surrounded Qin Yun. This bloodline heavenly rune is very strange. It is not as hard to see through as others. I should be able to handle it. Qin Yun inhaled a mouthful of air, opened all the sacred tribulation gates, and connected them with his soul. He closed his eyes and immersed his soul into the 10 Tao images. Then, with the help of the other 9 Tao images, he began helping the 10th Tao image condense a divine Tao heavenly core. Unknowingly, Qin Yun saw the 10th Tao image. It is still a red and black ball. It has not manifested and has become a lot smaller. Chapter 26:72. Qin Yun immediately circulated the Imperial Heaven Divine Arts mnemonic chant. The heavenly rune egg inside his 10th Tao image began to move. There are many vein-like lines on the surface of the rune egg. Those lines are now appearing like tentacles. Many runes emerged from the heavenly rune egg and intertwined with the black energy of the 10th image. This process was like a fusion. Upon seeing this scene, Qin Yun was overjoyed. He never expected that his attempt would yield such an unexpected harvest. If he succeeded, he would be able to use a bloodline heavenly pattern and fuse it with his strongest Tao image. At this moment, the 10 statues gradually recovered, and were no longer as weak as before. It has finally returned to the appearance of the Imperial Heaven Tao image. Qin Yun felt a lot more relieved. Earlier, he was very worried that the Tao image would degenerate. Transport Qin Yun, who is using the Imperial Heaven Divine Art, can sense that the other Tao statues are transferring all sorts of energy to the Imperial Heaven Tao statue. They are helping the Imperial Heaven Tao statue condense the Divine Tao Heavenly Core. After the other Tao statues obtained the Divine Tao Heavenly Core, the divine power they could unleash would contain even more profound truths of natural Taos. This kind of divine power would be even more powerful. When using divine power, the Divine Tao Heavenly Dan could bestow an even more natural charm to the divine power. This kind of divine power meant that it could fuse with the natural Great Tao and explode out even more smoothly, like a fish in water. The Divine Tao Heavenly Pills Qin Yun cultivated were condensed very quickly, so he has not completely grasped this kind of profound meaning yet. He also planned to cultivate all the Divine Tao Heavenly Pills before familiarizing himself with this state. Ling Yun gradually felt relieved. Like Qin Yun, she was very worried that the Imperial Heavenly Tao image would degenerate. Now it has finally stabilized. Let's see whether or not the Heavenly Rune Egg can become a Divine Tao Heavenly Pill, Qin Yun said in his heart. The previous Imperial Heaven Tao image was almost the same as the Heavenly Tao image, but this Heavenly Rune Egg can make the Tao image rapidly improve. It's really magical, Ling Yun exclaimed. These are bloodline heavenly runes. The formidable monkey dragon race was born because of these heavenly runes, Qin Yun said with smile. If I can properly use these bloodline heavenly runes, my strength will become even stronger. Once he cultivated 10 Divine Tao Heavenly Dan, he would be able to break through to the Shin Tian Lord realm. Tread after entering the Divine Sky Lord stage, if he were to face the Black Dragon Killers again, he would definitely be calmer than before. Qin Yun was cultivating in the second layer space, so it was very quiet. Even if it was very lively outside, it would not disturb him. In order to concentrate, he even withdrew the Heaven's Eye clone that was outside. Because regardless of whether it was cultivating the Divine Tao Heavenly Pill of the 10th image or breaking through to the Divine Sky Lord realm, it was extremely important to him. Although the current environment was not the best, he believed that no one would dare to cause trouble in the Monkey Dragon clan's territory. A small portion of the big shots, who were invited to the Dragon Peach convention, had already arrived. At within the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Lands, as long as the Treant Dragon Tribe and the Monkey Dragon Tribe didn't take action, their journey would be very smooth, unless they ran into those Black Dragon assassins. Qin Yun didn't know what was happening outside. His 9 Suns Sky Raising Pagoda wasn't far from the Dragon Peach Tree. It was next to a crystallized tree, so his pitch-black square pagoda was rather eye-catching. When the law enforcers arrived and saw the pagoda, they immediately recognized it as the 9 Suns Sky Raising Pagoda. Qin Yun was also here. To the Een God Race, Great Heaven God Race and Ancient Yu Clan were all staring at the 9 Suns Sky Raising Pagoda, mainly because Qin Yun had the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern Box and they all wanted it. Yu Shangyun arrived with Xiao Xianqin and Li Shuang. They already knew that Qin Yun was here. Qin Yun was the one who informed them to come. Only they didn't expect Qin Yun to enter seclusion at this time, which meant that it was definitely a very important seclusion. Mu Jin also immediately returned to the team and stood behind Yu Shangyun. At this moment, she was like a child who had done something wrong, lowering her head and not daring to look at Yu Shangyun, because she had sneaked out and encountered danger, causing everyone to be very worried about her. Yu Shangyun didn't say anything. She knew that Mu Jin must have learned a lot from Qin Yun during this period of time. Those guys are the Black Dragon assassins, they almost killed me. Mu Jin pointed at the black-clothed men behind the 3 ancient Yu clan elders. That as soon as the men in black arrived, they had been keeping their eyes and ears open. Naturally, they saw Mu Jin and recognized her at first glance. They were still brooding over the Phoenix Divine Flower. After all, it was a good thing. Furthermore, the person who saved Mu Jin before, they have always been thinking about him. They can see that this person's cultivation is not high, but his ability is very strong. To be able to save someone from under the eyes of the Black Dragon assassins, this is a very big threat to them. Most of the invited people are big shots who participated in the non-human race gathering before. Now they are all hypocritically exchanging greetings with each other. Foxmayer asked Mu Jin in low voice, "Then where is Big Brother Yun?" "Over there." Mu Jin pointed at the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and said, "Sister Mayor, you like him? Why are you so concerned about him?" "Of course not. He has so many enemies and now he is here. I am worried about him." Hu Mayer pinched Mu Jin's round face and said in low voice, "He saved you. Do you still want to kill him?" I will figure it out. Once I confirm that he is an evil devil, I will immediately set him free." Mu Jin's heart is also very complicated. Monkey King came out of the tree hole. When he appeared, he secretly released his formidable divine power pressure to intimidate the big shots present. Just even the old man from the ancient Yu clan and the Black Dragon assassins felt a great pressure just now. They also know that Monkey King is deliberately doing this for them to see. No, not just Monkey King, there are also hundreds of powerful monkey dragons that appeared one after another. Although these monkey dragons are usually very mischievous, they behaved appropriately in this kind of situation. They did not take the initiative to provoke the guests. King after Haoyue and Ming Yunyue arrived, they immediately went to find Qin Yun. When they saw the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, they couldn't help but take a few more glances. Only Qin Yun's friends know that he has a good relationship with Monkey King. Monkey King did not mention Qin Yun, instead he chatted with the big shots. Both the great heavenly god race and the great Yin god race now know that the heavenly fate Holy Land is protected by powerful races and they cannot forcibly occupy it. However, this place is very attractive to them. The heavenly fate Dragon Lake is full of mystery to them and can help them cultivate powerful bodies. The last to arrive is the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan. The Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan flew over from the sky. When they landed near the Dragon Peach Divine Tree, their aura was extremely terrifying. When the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan arrived, they did not look at Monkey King first, but the Black Dragon Assassins. When the Black Dragon Assassins from the ancient Yu clan saw the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan, they stared at the group of demon dragons with intense killing intent in their eyes. From this, it can be seen that the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan and the Black Dragon Assassins must have had a conflict with the ancient Yu clan. Someone posted about the ancient Yu clan and the Black Dragon Assassins on the demonic mirror, causing many big shots to immediately know that the Black Dragon Assassins are very dangerous existences. Monkey King laughed heartily. "More friends from the Dragon Clan have come. Welcome, welcome." The representative of the Sun Dragon Clan is the Sun Dragon Emperor. The representatives of the 9-Sun Dragon Clan are Long Tianyin and Long Zhilong. They have already greeted Monkey King. When the crowd saw how Monkey King welcomed the notorious Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan, they knew that Monkey King is not stupid. He is doing this to make the powerful Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan stand on the Monkey Dragon Clan's side. If they can build a good relationship, even if the ancient Yu clan, Great Heavenly God Race and Sun Yin God Race were to clash in the future, the Monkey Dragon Clan would still have help. "Monkey King, you are too courteous." The middle-aged man from the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan also laughed. The appearance of a new dragon bloodline clan will make the Divine Desolate even livelier. At this moment, a voice came from all directions. "Little monkey, why didn't you call me when you were making such a big fuss? Is it because you think that this old woman is not worthy to be called in public?" The voice said with a smile. "It is clear that this is a joke. Dare. Calling the Monkey Dragon King Little Monkey means that the Monkey Dragon King's seniority is definitely higher than the Monkey King. I thought you were sleeping, so I didn't call you. If you weren't sleeping, even if I didn't call you, you would still come. Aren't you here now?" Not long after the voice came, a brown-haired woman wearing clothes made of tree bark appeared. She is very tall and looks very powerful. Although she is holding a worn-out long staff in her hand, her steps are steady and she doesn't look old at all. Ming Yunyue immediately guessed that this is the Granny Tree Dragon that Long Sulin mentioned. Tree Granny Dragon has long brown curly hair and a beautiful face. She is not an old woman at all. She is simply a tall and wild beauty. Little monkey, I was originally sleeping but my egg was suddenly stolen by someone. But my egg was suddenly stolen, how can I sleep? Grandmother Tree Dragon let out a long sigh. I can't even sense where the egg is. Granny Tree Dragon's gaze also looked towards Ming Yunyue's direction, causing her to be somewhat apprehensive. What? Your egg was stolen? Monkey King's face darkened. He swept his gaze over the big shots and said coldly, Granny, the experts who entered the Heavenly Mandate Sacred Land are basically all here. We can take this opportunity to ask them who stole your egg. Granny Dragon's figure flashed and appeared behind Monkey King. She used the wooden staff in her hand to knock Monkey King's head and said, The commotion in the Heavenly Mandate Dragon Lake is so big. Why didn't you go over and take a look? Otherwise, my egg wouldn't have been stolen. Didn't you say it yourself? Your treasury is very difficult to enter. Even if you enter, you will find your treasures. Monkey King said with some grievance. At this time, an old man from the very heavenly divine race said, We know who stole it. The guy who entered the treasury is called Qin Yun. He must have stolen the egg. Monkey King's expression changed. He never expected that it would be that human who stole it. He cursed in his heart, but he didn't dare to say that he knew Qin Yun. It wasn't Qin Yun who stole it. It was me who took the egg and the silver moon. Ming Yunyue immediately stood up. She contacted Qin Yun before but Qin Yun did not respond. Therefore, she is sure that Qin Yun is in seclusion. Chapter 2673. Ming Yunyue knows that Qin Yun is in seclusion. She can't let Granny Tree Dragon, whose strength is unfathomable, affect Qin Yun. Granny Tree Dragon, when we saw the egg, Lin Lin was sleeping inside. She didn't stop us from taking the egg. Ming Yunyue hurriedly said. Long Su Lin? This little fairy ran into the egg to sleep? Granny Tree Dragon is somewhat surprised, then looked around and asked, Where's Lin Lin? Why didn't I see her? She said she had something important to do, so she left. Ming Yunyue bit her lips, then gathered her courage, and came to Granny Tree Dragon's side. She held her hand and said in a low voice, Granny Tree Dragon, that egg is very important to you. I guarantee that Qin Yun will definitely return it to you. Don't worry. Who is that Qin Yun? He can actually take away that egg. He's pretty awesome. Granny Tree Dragon laughed. All right, I believe you. Then I'll wait for you to bring him to me and return the egg to me. The old man from the great heaven god race became anxious and said again, Qin Yun is a very despicable and shameless guy. He is heinous and tyrannical, and he is also a great sex fiend. He once raped and killed the Divine Moon Clan. If you say another word, I promise to tear your mouth apart. Yushang Yun's cold and murderous voice came, bringing with it a terrifying aura that enveloped the old man from the great heaven god race. In just an instant, the skin on the old man's face began to show traces of blood, as if it was about to be torn apart. Many of the big shots present were moved one after another. Even the Monkey King and Granny Tree Dragon slightly frowned. One must know that the old man from the great heaven god race is not an ordinary person. His cultivation is high and his strength is very strong. Yet now, he was almost torn apart by Yushang Yun. I am the emperor of the Divine Moon Clan. Qin Yun has never harmed the women of my Divine Moon Clan. The rumors about Qin Yun and my Divine Moon Clan are all rumors. If anyone dares to spread rumors in front of me in the future, I will not forgive them, Yushang Yun said ruthlessly. Her entire body was covered in black armor. No one could see her face, but they knew that she was very beautiful and very powerful. Little Monkey invited everyone to participate in the Dragon Peach Convention. I hope everyone can give me some face. Don't make the scene so stiff, otherwise we won't be able to eat peaches happily. Granny Tree Dragon said with smile. Actually, as long as Qin Yun returns the egg to me. If that's the case, I won't pursue the matter. Ming Yunyue said, Granny Tree Dragon, I was able to enter your treasury because something called me in, and I entered it smoothly. Originally, Qin Yun couldn't have entered. It was me who brought him in. This is all my fault. Ming Yunyue was able to enter because she had a bloodline heavenly pattern. Everyone present knew that. Especially the Sun In Divine Tribe, they had wanted Wang Haoyue to hand Ming Yunyue over to them. However, Ming Yunyue's bloodline heavenly rune ended up in Qin Yun's hands. It seems like your luck is not small. Alright, let's not talk about this anymore. Just remember to ask Qin Yun to return the egg to me. Granny Tree Dragon said with a faint smile. Granny Tree Dragon, Monkey King, your appearance must have a lot to do with bloodline heavenly runes. Or rather, you were born because of bloodline heavenly runes. An old man from the Yu ancient clan said with a bright smile. Then you must be very interested in bloodline heavenly runes. Are you interested in vein-like heavenly patterns? Granny Tree Dragon looked at the old man and asked, Your Excellency, how should I address you? I am Yu Luanhui from the Yu ancient clan. The old man stroked his long beard and said with a friendly smile. Hearing that it was the Yu ancient clan, Granny Tree Dragon's expression changed, but she still maintained a smile and said, Your Excellency seems to be older than this little girl. Please don't call me Granny Tree Dragon. This little girl can't accept it. This little girl's name is Long Shu. I am from the Tree Dragon clan. King of the Tree Dragon clan. Everyone present had already guessed that this Granny Tree Dragon was the leader of the Tree Dragon clan, so they were not surprised. Tree Dragon King, Monkey King, you must be very interested in other bloodline heavenly runes. We can discuss a thing or two. Yu Luanhui said with smile. You have other bloodline heavenly runes? Can you show them to us? Monkey King immediately asked. It is clear that he is very interested. Yu Luanhui turned around, pointed at the nine-sun sky raising pagoda and said, Qin Yun is inside that pagoda. He has 2 bloodline heavenly runes in his hands. Of his 2 bloodline heavenly patterns, one comes from Divine Universe Purple Sun, and the other we don't know. In short, he stole it by hook or by crook. Bullshit. His other bloodline heavenly rune belongs to the Divine Moon Emperor. The Divine Moon Emperor lent it to our Bright Moon Sect's sect master to create our Bright Moon Sect. That bloodline heavenly rune has always been on my body. After it left my body, I gave it to Qin Yun. Ming Yunyue is very angry, she loudly rebuked. I am the Bright Moon Sect master. Because Yunyue has that Divine Moon bloodline heavenly rune, she can become my Bright Moon Sect's great holy maiden. Ancient Yu clan, you are a mysterious and ancient clan, you can't just casually slander people. Wang Haoyue said. Yu Shangyun coldly groaned and said, I already made an agreement with Qin Yun. Once the Bright Moon Holy Maiden's bloodline heavenly rune falls off, it will belong to Qin Yun. Yu Luanhui is very shocked. He did not expect that Qin Yun already reserved Ming Yunyue's bloodline heavenly rune. But he is very thick-skinned, he said with a smile. Looks like I misunderstood Qin Yun. That purple bloodline heavenly pattern box he has is from Divine Universe Purple Sunday. Did he snatch it from me? I gave it to him. Purple Sun Elf Emperor stood up and said loudly, I am the Purple Sun Elf Emperor. That bloodline heavenly rune box is my clan's ancestral heirloom. Back then, that bullshit Empyrean supremacy nearly wiped out my entire race for this box. It was Qin Yun who saved us. Qin Yun saved us and gave us a safe place to stay. That's why I gave this box to him. Wild Sun Tiger Emperor secretly sighed. Qin Yun has many bloodline heavenly runes. He also gave his own bloodline heavenly rune box to Qin Yun. Ancient Yu clan, you want to trick the Tree Dragon tribe and Monkey Dragon tribe to deal with Qin Yun, right? Xie Wufeng said with sneer. Monkey King and Long Shu can see that Qin Yun has many friends and all of them are very strong. This made them even more interested in Qin Yun. Xian Shotzi and Chu Wuxing are quietly watching. They already knew that Qin Yun is not someone to be trifled with. Mu Jin suddenly shouted, Granny Tree Dragon, those ancient Yu clan people are evil. Their so-called Black Dragon assassins almost killed many little monkeys of the Monkey Dragon tribe. Don't believe their words. At this moment, more than 10 monkey dragons are baring their teeth and shouting at the Black Dragon assassins. It is clear that they were almost killed by those Black Dragon assassins. Yuluan Hui's expression gradually became cold. He secretly cursed the Great Sky Divine Race, Sun En Divine Race, and the law enforcers for saying that Qin Yun is an unpardonable evil, causing him to believe it. But now it is very embarrassing for him. Yuluan Hui, your assassins almost killed Mu Jin. A few powerful men besieged a little girl from my Divine Moon clan. Fortunately, Qin Yun saved her. Otherwise, she would have been brutally killed by them. Yu Shangyun said coldly. The few Black Dragon assassins are also suppressing their anger at this moment. Not only did they not succeed in besieging a little girl, they were even saved by Qin Yun. And the mission they came here this time is to capture Qin Yun. Only now did they realize that they have already met Qin Yun before. Black Dragon assassins are very famous in the ancient Yu clan. Several of them acting at the same time means that their mission is very important. The funny thing is that several Black Dragon assassins were not able to capture a little girl, and this little girl was saved by a single person with low cultivation. Yuluan Hui originally wanted to incite everyone to suppress Qin Yun, but now he is the one being suppressed. Moreover, he also found out that the Black Dragon assassins behind him did all these things behind his back. They even met Qin Yun and were not able to capture him. Yuluan Hui suddenly took out a few small black beads. Everyone subconsciously retreated. A few small beads were crushed by Yuluan Hui on the spot, and the Black Dragon assassins beside him also turned into ashes in an instant. Black Dragon assassins died just like that. Everyone is secretly scared. Divine Moon Clan Emperor, Monkey King, I apologize on behalf of my subordinates. This is my fault, please forgive me. Yuluan Hui walked over and bowed to them. His attitude is very good. Yu Yaoyao can also see that the Black Dragon assassin's target this time is Qin Yun because Qin Yun has bloodline heavenly rune. Monkey King and Yu Shangyun both know that the ancient Yu clan is very strong. Since Yuluan Hui is so straightforward on the surface, they can't say anything. Yuluan Hui said with smile. Since it is all a misunderstanding, let us happily participate in the Dragon Peach Convention. At this time, the Divine Judge arrived. Moreover, he is holding the Heaven's Divine Punishment flag. On the way here, Xie Wufeng also informed him of the situation here. So when the Divine Judge arrived, he immediately revealed his identity to Long Shu and Monkey King. The Divine Court of the Myriad Worlds? It's in our inherited memories. Long Shu smiled and said, Divine Judge, don't worry, we won't cause you any trouble. When I have time, I want to go to the Myriad Realms Divine Court for a stroll. The Divine Judge must entertain me well at that time. The Monkey King also laughed. The leaders of these two clans actually knew about the Divine Court of Myriad Worlds, and it was in their inherited memories. This made people feel very puzzled. The Grand Inquisitor smiled, but then his expression became serious again. The passageway to the Nine Sun Sacred Ground has been opened. The powerful clans in the Nine Sun Sacred Ground will come to the Divine Wilderness one after another. I hope they will behave themselves. Otherwise, the Divine Court of Myriad Realms will definitely not let them off. Let them off lightly. With that, he looked at the people from the Sun En Divine Tribe and the Great Sky Divine Tribe. The passage to the Nine Sun Sacred Ground had been opened, and these two powerful races were the biggest threats. We also have information about the 9-sun sacred ground in our inherited memories, Long Shu said. We have to go in and take a look when we have time. Chapter 2674. Many bigwigs knew that Qin Yun had a godly monarch heavenly seal. Some had even seen it before. There were 2 godly monarch heavenly seals. There was a grand godly monarch in the 9-sun sacred ground, and his godly monarch heavenly seal was the strongest. Qin Yun was known as the little divine king, so in the eyes of many people, Qin Yun was much weaker than the great divine king. Among the disciples of the great divine king, 2 of them were the tribe emperors of the great heaven divine race and the great Yin divine race respectively. They both wanted to become little divine kings so that they could form a little divine king with their master. As such, the godly monarch heavenly seal in Qin Yun's hands was something that both races wanted. Qin Yun has the divine king heavenly seal? Monkey King is extremely alarmed. He never expected Qin Yun to have hidden it so deeply. This is getting more and more interesting. Long Shu looked at the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, her beautiful eyes slightly narrowed, and she said with smile, "This Qin Yun can take away my egg. He also has divine king heavenly seal. When the time comes, I will make him show me his divine king heavenly seal." The people of the Great Sky Divine Tribe and the Tang Divine Tribe were worried that the Monkey King and Long Shu would also try to snatch the Deity King heavenly seal. Sun Yin Divine Race and Great Heaven Divine Race have sent out even more people this time. They should be here soon. Divine Chief said, "They better behave themselves. No matter what, Qin Yun has destroyed so many bodies of our tribesmen. He must die." The elder of the Sun Yin Divine Tribe shouted angrily, "You were in the wrong first." Long Tianyan sneered and said, "You know very well what happened within the 4 divine sons. The Sun Yin Divine Tribe wanted to monopolize the 4 divine sons and even wanted to chase the others out. Later, they angered Qin Yun, which led to the conflict. Long Tianyan, you are truly an ignorant and naive fellow for helping Qin Yun. To tell you the truth, your 9 sons dragon clan will also attack Qin Yun. Who doesn't want the godly monarch heavenly seal? To the 9-sun sacred land, the young divine king's divine king heavenly seal should belong to a living being within the 9-sun sacred land." The old man sneered. Long Tianyan couldn't say anything because he had indeed been worried about this. In the 9-sun sacred ground, the reason why the great divine lord was so powerful was mainly because he had obtained the divine king heavenly seal. The great divine monarch in the 9-sun sacred ground could suppress everyone with his own strength. Therefore, if the other big shots in the 9-sun sacred ground knew about the whereabouts of the little divine king heavenly seal, they would definitely fight for it. They did not dare to snatch the great divine lord, so they could only snatch the little divine lord. Furthermore, the little divine lord was a person with a very low cultivation. Furthermore, this young divine king had 2 bloodline heavenly patterns. If he could obtain both at the same time, he would make a killing. Inside the 9-sun sky-raising pagoda, Qin Yun has already helped the imperial heavenly Tao statue cultivate a divine Tao heavenly core. The divine Tao heavenly core of the imperial heavenly Tao statue was that heaven-patterned egg. After Qin Yun's 10 Tao images cultivated the divine Tao heavenly core, the next step is to let the 10 cores and Tao images release their strongest divine power at the same time. This way he can break through the current limit and become a divine heavenly lord. After Qin Yun cultivated 10 cores and rested for a moment, he released his heavenly eye avatar outside and happened to hear their conversation. "This is troublesome. That egg is already my imperial heavenly Tao statue's divine Tao heavenly core." Qin Yun also learned that Granny Tree Dragon wants to take back the heavenly rune egg. He can't help but become anxious in his heart. Xiao Yun, when the time comes, discuss with her and find other ways to compensate her. Of course, the prerequisite is that you must have sufficient strength. Otherwise, you won't be able to negotiate and instead you will be taken by her. Ling Yun said. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. Those bastards from Sun En divine race want to snatch my divine king heavenly seal and bloodline heavenly rune. They even want to pull Monkey King and Granny Tree Dragon along. They are truly a bunch of bastards. Wait until I break through, I will slap them to death first. Xiao Yun, how about you hide here first and wait for that little fairy Long Sulin to appear? She promised you that she would help you put in a good word. Ling Yun said. I will break through first. I have already cultivated 10 divine Tao heavenly cores. Next is to attack the bottleneck and enter divine heavenly lord realm. Qin Yun once again entered the heaven leaping shuttle. Inside the second layer space, he can cultivate in peace. Many of his friends are here, so he can cultivate without worry. He is not afraid that the 9 sun heaven-raising pagoda will be attacked. Qin Yun operated the Imperial Heaven Divine Technique and simultaneously controlled the 10 Divine Tao heavenly cores and 10 Tao images to burst out with strongest divine power. The 10 divine tribulation gates surrounding Qin Yun have now become slightly normal. Divine power rushed out and attacked Qin Yun's body. Qin Yun is floating cross-legged. Every time he is attacked by divine power, his body feels like it is being hit by a heavy hammer. He feels a kind of stuffy and intense pain. After the frantic divine power entered his body, it quickly exploded, as if his body is going to explode. This kind of feeling is very uncomfortable. Is the process of other people breaking through to divine heavenly Lord also like this? I feel like I am going to die. Qin Yun did not expect that his divine power would be so dreadful when it explodes. It is crazily wreaking havoc inside his body. If not for his body being upgraded not long ago, he might have already been seriously injured by his own divine power. It's because your divine power is too strong. If it was under normal circumstances, you would have already broken through the divine heaven's secret realm and become divine heavenly lord. Ling Yun said. Qin Yun's imperial heaven heart is currently beating crazily. Moreover, it is beating erratically. The moment it beats, it can instantly draw all the divine power released by the 10 divine tribulation gates into the imperial heaven heart. Then, as the heart beats, the energy that is drawn and spreads throughout Qin Yun's body. The imperial heaven heart is beating faster and faster, absorbing more and more divine power. Every time he releases energy, Qin Yun feels as if his body is about to be torn apart. It is extremely unbearable. Fortunately, he is very patient and can endure it. When can I do it? Qin Yun doesn't know what he needs to do when he breaks through, and he has never asked anyone. This is mainly because his own cultivation path is different from others. Even if he asked others, it would be useless. He can't learn from other people's cultivation method. At this moment, he can only take the risk and fumble around. Your body hasn't absorbed enough energy. Ling Yun said, when your body has accumulated enough divine power and your body can no longer hold it, you can go and sense the divine sky secret realm. Then, you can release your divine power and break through the divine sky secret realm. There will be divine power surging over. The moment the imperial heaven heart beats, it absorbs the divine power into his heart and then spews it into his body. At this moment, Qin Yun's body has expanded a lot, mainly because he has accumulated a lot of divine power. His body is very strong, but now his skin is swollen to the point that it is covered in blood, as if it will be torn apart at any time. In this state, Qin Yun still has to sense the divine heaven's secret realm. That divine heaven's secret realm, where is it? Qin Yun is very anxious because he can now release his divine power, but he still can't sense the divine heaven's secret realm. He frantically released his mental power and entered the 10 divine tribulation gate. Not long after, he saw that there is an end inside every divine tribulation gate and there is a black wall at the end. This is the first time Qin Yun is looking at the interior of the Divine Tribulation Gate from such a perspective. It looks like a cylindrical passage. The reason why he can see it from such a perspective is because the mental power he released is extremely strong. It can cover the interior of the Divine Tribulation Gate. Is that black wall the Divine Heaven's secret realm? After Qin Yun strengthened his divine power, he discovered that there is a vast and majestic energy hidden behind the wall. The interior of the 10 Divine Tribulation Gates is like 10 extremely vast pitch-black space, and the Tao images are like tiny particles inside. This is the first time Qin Yun saw the interior of the Divine Tribulation Gate is so big, it is like a world. As long as I destroy that wall, the interior of the Divine Tribulation Gate should not be so dark, right? Qin Yun suddenly released all the divine power he has been accumulating in his body. The heart of Imperial Heaven was also beating crazily. It pulsed thousands of times in an instant, forming many mystical ripples that rapidly pushed the divine power Qin Yun released into the 10 sacred tribulation gate. The Imperial Heaven hearts madly beating released formless energy waves. It is like one wave after another, unceasingly pushing the divine power against the divine power. As a result, the divine power that Qin Yun injected into the 10 divine tribulation gates turned into a monstrous wave that roared towards the end. Even Qin Yun himself jumped in fright. He never expected that the Imperial Heaven heart could be used like this. He never knew about it before. Boom, 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 boom. In just a moment, Qin Yun heard the explosion coming from within the 10 divine tribulation gate. The divine power he released very smoothly broke through the black wall at the end of the divine tribulation gate. After the black wall was broken through, intense golden light flooded the world inside the divine tribulation gate. Success! Qin Yun can sense that the Tao images and divine Tao heavenly pills inside the divine tribulation gate are soaking in the energy ocean. They are crazily absorbing the divine heaven power. Divine Tao heavenly pills can store divine heaven power and then spread it throughout the entire Tao image. This way, Qin Yun can use divine heaven power through the Tao image. Divine Tao heavenly pills are the main bridge that requires divine heaven power. The absorption speed depends on the cultivation of the divine Tao heavenly pill. Qin Yun's divine Tao heavenly pills are very small. They were cultivated not long ago. Therefore, the amount of divine heaven power they can absorb is very little. Moreover, divine Tao heavenly pills cannot strengthen divine power. Otherwise, the divine Tao heavenly pills will be destroyed. But no matter what, Qin Yun's current divine power is much stronger than before. If 10 Tao images' divine power burst out at the same time, it will be very dreadful. Qin Yun stored away the 10 divine tribulation gates and secretly circulated divine power through the Imperial Heaven heart. This way, his divine power will be able to quickly increase. It shouldn't have been too long, right? I still have time for the Dragon Peach Convention. I want to eat peaches. Qin Yun also wants to taste those dragon peaches. After coming out of the Heaven Leaping Shuttle, he immediately released his heavenly eye and looked outside. What is going on? The Dragon Peach Divine Tree has fallen. Qin Yun is very shocked. He doesn't dare to believe what he is seeing. The huge Dragon Peach Divine Tree had been uprooted, and its huge trunk had been severed from the middle. Chapter 2675. Qin Yun immediately rushed out of the Nine-Sun Sky Raising Pagoda and arrived at the top of the pagoda. He looked around, still unable to believe what he saw with his own eyes. What's going on? How long have I been in seclusion? Qin Yun went to ask Zi Qingqing and the others and found out that he had only entered the Nine-Sun Heaven Raising Pagoda for 2 or 3 days. As soon as he came out, he was attracted by the destruction around him. He looked at the large and small pits, as well as the broken Dragon Peach Divine Tree. So much so that he didn't even take out the demonic mirror right away. After Qin Yun took out the magic mirror, he received many messages from his friends. He immediately received them one by one. One of the messages mentioned the sudden birth of the 50,000th universe divine Sunday. Qin Yun immediately looked up at the sky. Indeed, there was an additional myriad universe divine sun. However, the myriad realms divine sun was rather small. Its glow wasn't intense enough, and it looked very weak. Qin Yun did not even sense the existence of the 50,000th universe divine Sunday. After receiving all the information, Qin Yun let out a long sigh. He never expected so many things to happen while he was in seclusion. When he first came out and saw the situation here, he thought that it was because of him that the fight started. Later on, he found out that it was not. The Dragon Peach Feast was supposed to be held here, and the peaches were supposed to be harvested yesterday. But when the Monkey King ordered the monkey dragons to harvest all the peaches, something happened. The Taiyan divine tribe and Tatian divine tribe from the Nine Sun sacred ground rushed to the divine dragon peach tree. There were more than 1,000 of them. Most of them were covered in cuts and bruises. As for those dragon peaches, they could heal their injuries after eating them. The Monkey King had said that he would only give out a small portion of the dragon peaches. As such, he was determined not to give the dragon peaches to the Tai Yin divine tribe or the Tai Tian divine tribe. The two powerful races that came from the Nine Sun sacred ground did not take the monkey dragon tribe seriously at all. Hence, a conflict broke out and they started fighting. Although the people from the two strong races were injured, they did not lose to the monkey dragon race when they fought. The Monkey King and the Elder Tree Dragon, Long Shu, did not quickly suppress the two strong races. They also told the other races not to interfere, saying that this was their battle. Just as they were fighting intensely, the 50,000th world deity appeared. Not long after these 5 divine sons appeared, the heavenly mandate sacred lands tree dragons all woke up and immediately charged into the heavenly mandate dragon lake. Yushang Yun guessed that it was Long Shu who made the tree dragon enter the heaven's fate dragon lake because when the 5 divine sons appeared, Long Shu was extremely afraid. Not long after the 5 divine sons appeared, the demon dragon heavenly clan shouted for the crowd to immediately leave the heaven's mandate sacred land. They said that they sensed something very powerful approaching. After the demon dragon heavenly clan's warning, the dragon heavenly clan's dragon heavenly of clans sacred dragon sacred ground, shouted and told everyone to leave the nation's divine land. When these experts appeared, they immediately broke through the enchantment and landed beside the dragon peach tree. They immediately used dragon and Tian and came. He of Yang's dragon, they long and was king and Tian, and Shu and the Tian dragon and the Yu dragon was. They dragon, they and started God dragon Tian and Yun, they as to divine heaven as divine dragon. The divine preceptor, Xie Wufeng, and heavenly ghost ancestor used the heavenly punishment banners to help Long Shu and the Monkey King. Yushang Yun, Wang Haoyue, the Sun Dragon Emperor, the Mad Sun Tiger Emperor and the other powerhouses immediately joined the battle to help the Monkey King and Long Shu after letting their people retreat. The middle-aged man leading the Demon Dragon Heavenly Clansmen also joined the battle to assist the Monkey Dragon Clan and Long Shu. Both sides were equally matched in strength, but the Dragon Peach Divine Tree was destroyed by the dozen mysterious experts in the end. They even said that they would flatten the Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land and the Divine Court. On the other hand, the members of the Sun Yin Divine Tribe, Great Sky Divine Tribe and the law enforcers were watching the battle from the sidelines, waiting for an opportunity to strike. The dozen mysterious people hadn't left the Destiny Sacred Land. They were still wandering around, as if searching for something. Qin Yun finished reading the information in one go and took a deep breath. Then, he stored the damaged Dragon Peach Divine Tree into the 9 Yang Divine Soul and placed it into the pearl with white Shenyang. The Monkey King and the others also wanted to take away the Dragon Peach Divine Tree, but they didn't have a large spatial storage treasure, so they could only leave it here. These dozen mysterious people are so arrogant, I can't even eat dragon peaches. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. He promised Mo and the others that he would let them eat dragon peaches. And Wukong also closed the entrance and hid. He only told Qin Yun that an expert that could threaten him had appeared, so he had to stay far away from the Heaven's Mandate sacred land. The messages that Qin Yun received were all sent to him before Wukong left. After Wukong left, the Devil Mirror couldn't be used inside the Heaven's Mandate sacred land. So Qin Yun didn't know where the Monkey King and the others went. Qin Yun put away the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and floated in the air. He looked at the Diwu divine sun and said with a frown, "This myriad realms divine sun is very weak, it feels like it is malnourished. Is there a problem?" He took out Yushang-yun and the divine chief's soul-chasing talisman. They are not together, they are in two different directions. Soon after, he took out Ming Yunyue's soul-chasing talisman and discovered that she is not together with Yushang-yun. Luo Yaofeng and Li Shuang are with Yushang-yun. Qin Yun doesn't have Yu Yaoyao's soul-chasing talisman, so he doesn't know if she is together with Yushang-yun or not. Could it be that Yunyue is together with the Bright Moon sect leader? Qin Yun is also worried about his friends. He took out their soul-chasing talismans and took a look. The Divine Chief, Xie Wufeng, Heavenly Ghost Ancestor, Zao and Violent Sun Tiger Emperor, they are all together. Qin Yun told Ling Yun'er about this matter and let her analyze it. After Ling Yun'er finished listening, she said, "Xiao Yun, those guys from the Sun In Divine race know that you have the Divine King Heavenly Seal, and they also know that you have 2 bloodline heavenly runes, but they still left you here and didn't care about you." Indeed. Qin Yun is also puzzled and said, "I just looked at my 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and it didn't suffer any strong attack. That means they have something more important to do. Could it be that they are looking for something?" Ling Yun'er said, "Those dozen or so mysterious experts suddenly arrived at the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land, they must have come for something. The Divine Chief, Sister Shang-yun and Yunyue are in different directions. Could it be that several treasures suddenly appeared here, so they split up to look for them?" Qin Yun took out Yushang-yun's soul-chasing talisman and said, "I will go take a look at Sister Shang-yun's side. Xiao Yun, although you have broken through and entered Shin Tian Monarch, you still have to be careful. Monkey King, Granny Tree Dragon and other experts who have surpassed Shin Tian Monarch joined hands, and yet they were unable to take down those dozen or so mysterious experts. It can be seen that those guys are very strong." Linger said, "In that battle, even the big shots of the Devil Dragon heavenly race joined in. Those who participated in the battle were all extremely strong experts whose cultivation surpassed Shin Tian Monarch. However, even after joining hands, they were only able to fight those dozen or so mysterious experts to a draw." Qin Yun took out the heaven-trampling divine boots and put them on. Then he put on the peaked cap. He did not take out the 9-sun divine hammer. Instead, he turned the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda into a floating cloud rod and held it in his hand. He discovered that as the number of myriad realms divine suns increased, his 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda also became stronger and stronger. In addition, he often placed the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda into the 9-sun divine spirit and tempered it inside, making it stronger and stronger. Just as Qin Yun was about to fly towards Yushang-yun, he suddenly felt a very familiar yet very dangerous aura rushing over. It's the Black Dragon Killer. Qin Yun is extremely alarmed. At the same time, a large amount of lightning suddenly fell from the sky like a huge waterfall, rushing down from the top of his head. Not only is the lightning berserk, it also carries a very strong and heavy divine power. It made him feel as if he was carrying a huge mountain on his shoulders and was blasted to the ground. He doesn't know how many Black Dragon Killers there are, but at this moment, he can feel that after breaking through, he is much stronger than before in all aspects. At least he doesn't feel fear, unlike when he met those black dragon killers before. He only had the thought of running away. The current him is completely confident that he can fight against the black dragon killers. Although Qin Yun was struck to the ground by the violent lightning, he immediately stabilized himself the moment he landed. A protective barrier appeared around his body, then he stepped on the air and left in a flash. His eyes turned blue. He immediately saw 5 black dragon killers in the vicinity. These black dragon killers are not the ones who besieged Mu Jin before, Qin Yun said with frown. He doesn't know that those black dragon killers were killed by Yu Luanhui before. All of you come out, don't hide, I can see you, Qin Yun said with sneer. You want to show off your invisibility tricks in front of me? 5 black dragon killers immediately appeared. They are holding battle sabers emitting biting cold killing intent. They are all carved with dragon head carvings. The leader has 7 dragon head carvings. He is a 7 dragon head black dragon killer. The other 4 black dragon killers have 6 dragon head carvings. Are they still 7 dragon head killers? Qin Yun's expression is filled with disdain. He glanced at the 7 dragon head sabers. You know a lot. Hand over your divine king heavenly seal and bloodline heavenly rune, that 7 dragon head killer said in cold voice. Qin Yun laughed a few times and said, Ancient Yu clan sent you here for me? They really think highly of me. Boss, sending our assassin team is like killing a chicken with a butcher's knife. There is no need for us to deal with a guy like you, the 7 dragon head killer said with sneer. Therefore, you should quickly cooperate with us. Otherwise, with our strength, we will capture you and make you wish you were dead. Qin Yun immediately took out a blue mushroom. This blue mushroom has many runes on it. It is precisely the inscription Fungus Mother he obtained from heaven's divine moon. Those few killers don't understand runes, but seeing this strange blue mushroom, it seems like it is formed from a large number of complicated blue runes. They immediately thought that it is a bloodline heavenly rune. This inscription Fungus Mother is a super strong sealing formation. It can immediately form a very strong seal after being thrown out. Qin Yun has never used it before, mainly because he doesn't know how strong this inscription Fungus Mother's seal is. Chapter 2676. As Qin Yun spoke, the Black Dragon assassins immediately took action. They attacked Qin Yun's vital points from several directions. The divine power released by the assassins caused the ground within a radius of several hundred feet around Qin Yun to sink. The sky was filled with ice-cold, evil killing intent. The 5 Black Dragon assassins attacked at the same time. Furthermore, they were very close to Qin Yun and had surrounded him. From their point of view, even if it was someone with a higher cultivation than them, they would not be able to dodge at this time. They could only face it head-on. However, Qin Yun just stood there. He did not dodge or block. The sabers of the Black Dragon assassins fiercely slashed down, did not even land on Qin Yun's body. Instead, their sabers were diverted away by an incomparably strange power. Qin Yun used gravity just now. The gravity barrier protected him, causing the space around him to slightly distort. As a result, when the assassin's sabers slashed down, they were diverted away by the distorted space and were unable to land on Qin Yun's body. It was also because Qin Yun had stepped into the Divine Heaven Lord realm that he could use this move to deal with the Black Dragon assassins. Just as the 5 Black Dragon assassins were alarmed, the blue mushroom in Qin Yun's hand suddenly flickered and exploded. It was as if a huge blue firework had bloomed in an instant. After the firework flashed, it was as if a huge net woven from blue runes had spread out, enveloping everything around Qin Yun. The Black Dragon assassins were also enveloped within and began to frantically struggle. No matter how strong their divine power was, the divine power they released would always be absorbed by the net. Qin Yun was also enveloped, but he left in a flash. He looked at the Black Dragon assassins from the side. He was not in a hurry to take action. Instead, He wanted to take this opportunity to see how strong the inscription fungus queen was. After the black dragon assassins were trapped, the divine power on their bodies surged violently. They knew that they were trapped and it would be difficult for them to escape. However, they still crazily attacked the runes. The sealing formation released by the inscription fungus queen was truly powerful. It was able to suppress these powerful black dragon assassins in an instant. These assassins are quite strong. If this continues, they might be able to break free. Qin Yun could also see that the sealing formation released by the inscription fungus queen had a certain limit. Holding the floating cloud staff, he flew over and landed on top of a black dragon killer. He sneered, "Black dragon killers, who sent you to deal with me? Don't even think about knowing." The one who spoke was a 6-dragon head killer. Qin Yun did not ask any further questions. He gripped the floating cloud staff tightly with both hands and injected his divine power into it. The entire floating cloud staff was immediately enveloped by blue imperial heaven divine power. Boom! He struck the assassin's head with his rod. After a loud explosion, the assassin's powerful body was reduced to ashes in a flash of blue light. Qin Yun caught a blob of soul and immediately released the soul creation heavenly cauldron to cover it. Then, he sealed it in a space inside the soul creation heavenly cauldron. My goodness, so your soul is immortal, no wonder you are so stubborn. Qin Yun chuckled and said, "Do you really think I have no way to deal with you?" The other black dragon assassins were all shocked by Qin Yun's ferocious strike. They are very clear about how strong the assassin was, but they never thought that someone would be able to destroy their body with a single strike. Qin Yun took out a small bottle and said with a smile, "This bottle contains something called Soul Lost Dew? Have you heard of it?" Those black dragon assassins clearly have never heard of it. Qin Yun said with a beaming smile, "You have never heard of Soul Lost Dew? Then I will let you see what kind of effect this Soul Lost Dew has." Qin Yun released formidable nether moon mental power and gathered it in his palm. Then, he extended it into the soul creation heavenly cauldron and grabbed the soul of the black dragon assassin. The soul is black, it is like a ball of mist, it struggled in Qin Yun's hand. The nether moon mental power in Qin Yun's palm has a very strong suction force, it can firmly grab the powerful soul in his palm. Then he poured out a drop of soul lost dew from the small bottle and dripped it on the struggling soul. When the soul lost dew touched the soul, it immediately flashed with white light. The black dragon assassin's soul immediately turned white. After Qin Yun loosened his hand, the soul slowly floated in the air. It looks like an empty soul without any consciousness. Qin Yun can use Gemini Heavenly Rune and Nether Sun's duplication ability to duplicate Soul Lost Dew. Although the quantity is very low, it is enough to deal with some rather stubborn souls. There aren't many opportunities to see me use the Soul Lost Ambrosia. You should have seen it just now, right? After your companion's soul was dripped with the Soul Lost Ambrosia, he immediately lost consciousness. Everything in his soul was erased. Qin Yun waved his hand. It is as if he is swatting a ball of mist as he swatted the white soul. This caused those black dragon assassins to shiver from head to toe. Boom! Qin Yun attacked very suddenly. He ruthlessly smashed down on a black dragon assassin with his rod. After his body exploded, he grabbed the soul and then used Soul Lost Dew to erase his memory. There are 3 black dragon assassins left. They are all shivering in fear. They have never felt this kind of fear before. Qin Yun once again smashed the body of the 3rd black dragon assassin. After grabbing the soul, he quickly used Soul Lost Dew. The remaining 2 black dragon assassins are now filled with fear, especially after seeing their companion's body explode one by one and their memory erased. Now it will be their turn very soon. At this moment, they finally know why this Qin Yun could cause so many troubles in the gods desolate, provoke so many enemies and still live well. It is because he is simply a devil. Boom! Qin Yun killed 4 black dragon assassins and erased the memories of their souls. Now there is only 1 black dragon assassin left, moreover he is a 7-dragon head assassin. He is the leader of this assassin squad. Alright, tell me, who sent you to kill me? Qin Yun controlled the 4 white souls and made them float around the 7-dragon head assassin's head. It was you Luanhui who sent us. Don't kill me, I will tell you everything. This black dragon assassin has been thoroughly intimidated. You Luanhui? Qin Yun took out the devil mirror and showed the 3 Yu ancient clan elders in front of the black dragon assassin. Which one? Qin Yun asked. The one in the middle, the black dragon assassin said. Qin Yun looked at the devil mirror. He has some impression of this old man, his beard is a bit long, he is of medium height, he looks very benevolent. Qin Yun did not expect that they would send black dragon assassins to kill him. What is Yu Luanhui's position in Yu ancient clan, are you his subordinates? Qin Yun asked. His position in Yu ancient clan is not low, he is also very strong. He has a black dragon command in his hand. He can mobilize 10 black dragon assassins. He had previously called 4 black dragon assassins to kill you, but they failed in their mission and even got into trouble. This 7-dragon head assassin told Qin Yun about the fate of the 4 black dragon assassins. Before, more than 10 mysterious experts suddenly appeared. How much does your Yu ancient clan know about this? Qin Yun asked. I only know that these mysterious experts are from the same era as our Yu ancient clan. Divine King, don't kill me, you are the Divine King, you must keep your word. This 7-dragon head assassin is truly afraid. Although those black dragon assassins were killed by Yu Luanhui, their souls are still there. And if they fall into Qin Yun's hands, they will be killed. I won't kill you. Qin Yun laughed, then released a supergravity that locked the 7-dragon head assassin in place. You. The black dragon assassin wanted to struggle, but his body is being suppressed by the inscription Fungus Mother's sealing formation and also the supergravity. He is unable to move. Qin Yun dripped the soul lost due into the head of the black dragon assassin and erased the memories of his soul. In just a short period of time, the 7-dragon head assassin became a walking corpse. Through the heavenly puppet inscription spirit, Qin Yun quickly drew a set of heavenly puppet runes and inserted them into the body of the 7-dragon head assassin. The 7-dragon head assassin also became Qin Yun's puppet. He can easily control them. This guy's strength is pretty good. If I release him in a critical moment, the result will be very good. Qin Yun stored the puppet and the inscription Fungus Mother and flew towards Yushangyun. After the inscription Fungus Mother is stored away, it will turn into a large blue mushroom. This is something that Mo and Little Queen Ant like very much, they often sit on it and play. Qin Yun looked at the 9 Sun Divine Soul, he saw that Mo and others are playing with the inscription Fungus Mother and said with smile. This inscription Fungus Mother is very awesome, if not for it, it would be very difficult for me to deal with those black dragon assassins. Xiao Yun, do you think this inscription Fungus Mother is a kind of bloodline heavenly rune? Or maybe it is embryonic form of bloodline heavenly rune, otherwise it would not be so strong. Ling Yuner said. It might be. Let's wait and see. With Mo here, she can help this inscription Fungus Mother evolve. Qin Yun is suddenly very much looking forward to how far this inscription Fungus Mother can grow in the future. Qin Yun is holding the soul-chasing talisman. He wants to find Yushangyun and see what they are doing, then he will ask about the situation here. Ancient Yu clan is mysterious and formidable. Qin Yun did not expect that there would be a colossus that existed at the same time as Ancient Yu clan. Those dozens of mysterious experts, maybe they were lured here by Ancient Yu clan. Ancient Yu clan saw that there are monkey dragon race and tree dragon race here, they can't beat them, so they called other strong races to come and create chaos here. Then they can take the opportunity to find the thing they want in heaven's mandate Holy Land. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. If it is really like this, then these old guys from ancient Yu clan are truly evil. I must find Imperial Demon Yao and ask clearly. Chapter 2677. The Tree Dragon race and the Monkey Dragon race are already powerful enough, but these two races are only the left and right arms of the strongest dragon race. If the strongest dragon race were to come into being, it would definitely shake heaven and earth. More and more things have happened in Heavenly Divine Desolate recently. Qin Yun flew in the sky and looked at the large craters below. Those are the places where the crystal-level giant trees used to be. After those crystal-level giant trees evolved into tree dragons, they all entered the Heavenly Fate Dragon Lake. Then, he looked at the 50,000th Universe God Sun and felt that there was something wrong with this 5th Universe God Sunday. Let's find Sister Shang Yun and the others first. Ling Yun'er said, "The Heavenly Fate Holy Land was fine before, but I didn't expect it to become like this. What a pity. The big trees here are all tree dragons. After they finished evolving, they naturally had to leave. It was originally going to be like this." Qin Yun said, "The entire Heavenly Fate Holy Land is now filled with huge holes left behind by the tree dragons after they evolved and left." Ling Yun'er said, "What are the tree dragons doing in the Heavenly Fate Dragon Lake? Don't tell me they want to go in and drink the lake water and then continue to lay eggs?" When Qin Yun thought of this, he could not help but shiver. There were many tree dragons to begin with. If there was another wave, it would be too scary. He shook his head and no longer thought about it. He only knew that in the future, the dragon race will occupy a large part of the Heavenly Divine Desolate. The dragon race will also be one of the strongest races in the Heavenly Divine Desolate. Qin Yun only felt that it was getting harder and harder for humans to survive. It all depended on whether or not the Myriad Realms Divine Court had enough power to maintain order. Otherwise, the weak humans would become the target of other races bullying and humiliating. Qin Yun pinched the soul-chasing talisman. The light it emitted became stronger and stronger, indicating that Yu Shang Yun is nearby. Could she be flying towards me? Qin Yun is secretly alarmed. Sure enough, he saw a black dot appear in the distant sky. It is Yu Shang Yun, who is completely wrapped in black armor. She came alone. Qin Yun thought that Yu Shang Yun would bring the women from the Divine Moon clan with her. Under normal circumstances, Yu Shang Yun would be together with the Divine Moon women. "Qin Yun, how are Yaoshua and the others?" Yu Shang Yun quickly met up with Qin Yun. "They are still sleeping, don't worry, their situation is gradually getting better." Qin Yun frowned and asked, "Where did you go before? Are you by yourself?" "I'll have Luo Luo take them away from the Destiny Sacred Land. This place will become more and more dangerous." Yu Shang Yun looked into the distance and said, "Qin Yun, you'd better leave as well." Qin Yun said with a smile, "How can that do? I still owe Grandmother Tree Dragon an egg. I'm going to talk to her about this." Yu Shang Yun pointed at the 5th Divine Sun and said, "During the few days you were in seclusion, a 5th Divine Sun suddenly appeared. Does it have anything to do with you?" How could this have anything to do with me?" Qin Yun was surprised. Although he said that, when he heard Yu Shang Yun's question, he suddenly felt that it might be related to him. This was because every time he broke through a major realm in the past, it would always cause a huge phenomenon in the world. This time, when he stepped into the Divine Sky Lord realm, a Myriad Realms Divine Sun appeared. Thinking about it carefully, it was very likely that it had something to do with him. This Myriad Realms Divine Sun is very weak. I wonder what's wrong with it. I thought it was something you did in closed-door training. Yu Shang Yun said, "Are you here to look for me?" Qin Yun looked around and said, "I was cultivating in seclusion inside the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda. I didn't expect so many things to happen outside. Those Sun-in divine race bastards just left me there and didn't attack me. It's really strange." Of course they attacked your 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, but after the 5th divine sun appeared, an energy barrier appeared outside the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda. They couldn't do anything to your pagoda and couldn't shake it in the slightest. Yu Shangyun said, "Don't you know?" Qin Yun really didn't know. When he came out, he carefully inspected the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda. There was not a single trace of it. How could this be? I didn't even sense it, Qin Yun said with a smile. It seems like the more myriad realms divine sun there are, the more benefits it will bring me. Yu Shangyun said, I'm going to find Long Shu, that grandmother tree dragon. I made an appointment with her, I'll go find her again. Previously, she went to send Luo Yaofeng and the others out. Many strong races have appeared here. Even though Mu Jin, Li Shuang and the others are very strong, if they continue to stay here, it will become more and more dangerous. Oh, that's right, where is Yao Yao? Qin Yun asked, his expression also became grave. She went to find her elders. Many people from her Yu ancient clan also came. Her father also came. Yu Shangyun saw Qin Yun's expression and realized that Qin Yun has an important matter to discuss with Yu Yao Yao. That Yu Luanhui is an elder of the Yu ancient clan. It's this guy who sent Black Dragon assassins to find me. This damned bastard. Qin Yun cursed in low voice. I must kill him. What? The Black Dragon assassins came here to kill you? Yu Shangyun's voice also became somewhat cold. After all, someone is threatening Qin Yun. She knew that those Black Dragon assassins are very strong. If not for Yu Luanhui holding their lifeline, even Yu Luanhui might not be able to suppress them. Qin Yun nodded and said, I came out of the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and was just about to go find you when I was surrounded and attacked by 5 Black Dragon assassins. Then are you all right? Yu Shangyun immediately grabbed Qin Yun's hand. She wants to check his situation. From what she can see, Qin Yun cannot defeat 5 Black Dragon assassins. I'm fine, I killed them, Qin Yun said with smile. Seeing Yu Shangyun care about him so much, his heart feels warm. You broke through? Yu Shangyun said in amazement. She tightly grabbed Qin Yun's hand. She can sense a weak divine heavenly power within his body. Qin Yun said with smile. I broke through, it was not easy to break through. Next, I will have to cultivate those divine Tao heavenly cores. I have 10 divine Tao heavenly cores to cultivate, it will be a long road. Let's go, we will go find Long Shu. Yu Shangyun pulled Qin Yun and immediately flew towards the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. She said, Tree Dragon Race and Monkey Dragon Race are now at the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. Oh, that's right, Long Tianyan and Wang Haoyue are at different places, what are they looking for? Qin Yun followed Yu Shangyun and flew towards the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. Many dragons from the 9-sun dragon race have arrived. Long Tianyan and Long Jilan are with their race's elders. Wang Haoyue also brought Yunyue to join the 9-sun dragon race. And Divine Judge and the others will eventually go to the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. Yu Shangyun said. Qin Yun looked at Ancestor God's son and asked again. So you are saying that 9-sun Heavenly Lion race and 9-sun Tiger race have arrived? They did not come, but Violent Sun Tiger Emperor and Zao came with Divine Judge. Yu Shangyun said. Devil Dragon race and 9-sun Dragon race are together. Although this is the first time they met, their relationship is very harmonious. I truly didn't expect that the Devil Dragon race would not be as rumored. Qin Yun's brows are tightly creased, his eyes are filled with worry. What are you worried about? Yu Shangyun sensed his worry and asked. What are you worried about? Yu Shangyun sensed his worry and asked. I'm afraid that 9-sun dragon race, Sun Dragon race and Devil Dragon race will join hands and fight against the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. Do you think that's possible? Qin Yun said. Impossible. The Demon Dragon Heavenly Clan helped the Monkey King and Long Shu. Yu Shangyun sighed with emotion and said, I can foresee that not long from now, the dragon race will be unified. Maybe even the variant dragon race will be unified. After the dragon race is unified, they will become the first super powerful race in the divine desolate. Qin Yun tightly held Yu Shangyun's hand and said in low voice, "If this is truly the case, then ancient Yu clan and many other powerful races will form an alliance to fight against the dragon race. This is inevitable. When the time comes, our divine moon clan will stand on the dragon race's side." Yu Shangyun said, "Qin Yun, Nine Sun Divine Palace will join the dragon race, right?" Nine Sun Divine Palace has a dragon palace. This will also strengthen their relationship. Qin Yun nodded and said, "White Commander will arrange everything, I don't need to worry." From high up in the sky, they can already see a translucent divine power energy wave floating in the distance. It is coming from the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. When Qin Yun arrived at the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake, he did not sense this kind of energy wave. Back then, he released his heavenly eye clone. It is impossible for him not to sense it. This means that the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake has undergone a great transformation during this period of time. "Qin Yun, what's going on with Long Shu's egg? You must return it to her, it seems very important to her." Yu Shangyun said, "I'm afraid I can't return it, but I will use other things to make up for it. That egg is a bloodline heavenly rune. I have already refined it into a divine Tao heavenly pill." Qin Yun sighed. "I and Long Shu have not known each other for long, but our relationship can be considered good. I will do my best to help you convince her. This is the only way." Yu Shangyun is extremely shocked after learning that the egg is a bloodline heavenly rune and has been refined into a divine Tao heavenly pill by Qin Yun. Qin Yun only wants to quickly find Long Sulin, the Dragon Tree Fairy. With her here, it might be even easier to deal with. Yao Yao is also at the Heaven Fate Dragon Lake. Could it be that ancient Yu clan is also there? Yu Shangyun said in low voice. "Those dozen or so mysterious experts, which clan are they from? Are they beasts?" Qin Yun asked. "They are not beasts, but they say they are not human race. I learned from Yao Yao that they are the same as ancient Yu clan. They have existed since the same time period and are mainly active in other god realms." Yu Shangyun said. "Qin Yun wants to find Yu Luanhui. Yu Luanhui has sent out 2 groups of black dragon assassins. It means he does not want to let him off. Since that is the case, Qin Yun must get rid of Yu Luanhui, otherwise he will be harassed endlessly in the future." "You want to kill Yu Luanhui?" Yu Shangyun can guess what Qin Yun is thinking. Now that so many people know that I have many bloodline heavenly runes, plus I have the Divine King heavenly seal, they will surely want to rob me. Qin Yun said in cold voice, "I must get rid of Yu Luanhui. Not only for revenge, I also want to tell ancient Yu clan and other powerful races that I, Qin Yun, am a divine king." Chapter 2678. After all, Yu Luanhui is from ancient Yu clan, moreover, he is a senior. Now there are many ancient Yu clan people in Heaven's Mandate Sacred Land. It won't be easy for Qin Yun to kill Yu Luanhui. When you attack, you better inform me first. Yu Shangyun said. She is also worried that Qin Yun won't be able to defeat Yu Luanhui. "Don't worry, I will find the best opportunity to strike." Qin Yun doesn't want Yu Shangyun to get involved. If she is exposed, then ancient Yu clan will target Divine Moon clan. Another thing is that when he attacks Yu Luanhui, he will have to judge whether it is suitable or not. If there are many ancient Yu clan people nearby, it will be a strenuous and unrewarding task. Qin Yun released Heavenly Eye Clone and quickly flew towards the sky. He can see the White Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake. The Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake is very calm, the lake water is still pure white. But Qin Yun found out that the Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake is very different from before. A transparent mist is rising from the tranquil white lake water. The mist rose to the sky and formed a transparent energy wave. Also it is the divine power wave that Qin Yun and Yu Shangyun saw not long ago. They don't know what the divine power wave is used for, they also can't sense any powerful aura, they only feel that it is very strange. The mist rising from the heavens mandate Dragon Lake can penetrate through the barrier and go very high up in the sky. At this moment, there were circles of transparent ripples in the sky. One had to look very carefully to see the strange waves of divine power. What is that? Qin Yun released his mental power and tried very hard to probe, but he can't sense anything. I suspect that it is a wave that is gathering the dragon race. It is spreading to the entire god desolate, even to the other god realms and the vast starry sky. Yu Shangyun guessed. Huh? If that is the case, doesn't it mean that a large number of dragon race will rush to this place? Qin Yun took a deep breath. Munyue Shangyun said to Qin Yun, use that space shuttle movement technique and quickly fly to the center of the heavens mandate Dragon Lake. We need to quickly meet Long Shu and Monkey King and ask them about the situation. If all the dragon race is about to gather here, we need to be prepared. There are many dragon race, all kinds of dragons and dragon beasts. Once they gather here, conflict is unavoidable. Qin Yun and Yu Shangyun did not want to be involved. Qin Yun immediately used the transcending void step and charged towards the center of the heavenly fate dragon lake with Yu Shangyun. Out in the middle of the heavens fate dragon lake, there was an island formed by a huge black turtle shell. And under the destiny dragon lake, there were still many tree dragons. The group of tree dragons hiding at the bottom of the lake was very likely absorbing the lake water to increase their strength. Many of the monkey dragons of the monkey dragon race were currently playing in the lake. They did not seem to be nervous at all. To be able to play at such a time was truly the nature of monkeys. There were no monkey dragons or tree dragons on the huge black turtle shell, but there were monkey dragons playing in the lake near the turtle shell island. Qin Yun and Yu Shangyun landed on the tortoise shell. Several monkey dragons jumped out of the water. They recognized Qin Yun and Yu Shangyun. Big brother Yun, you're not dead? We all thought you were dead. The monkey dragon laughed. We've heard about you. You're really awesome, you're actually the little divine king. Who said I'm dead? Qin Yun asked with a smile. An old man from the Yu ancient clan said it. He said you're done for very soon. The monkey dragon said. That old man is called reincarnation or something, he's a very dreadful old guy. Qin Yun and Yu Shangyun looked at each other. They did not expect that Yu Luanhui would go around saying that he is dead. He must be very confident in those black dragon assassins, that's why he dared to go around saying this. Where is he? Yu Shangyun asked. He passed by here not long ago, our king came out to talk with him and then he left, the monkey dragon said. At this time, a majestic monkey dragon suddenly appeared from the hole in the middle of the turtle shell. It is precisely the Monkey King. Qin Yun, we all thought you were dead. After the monkey dragon saw Qin Yun, it said in shock and then looked at Yu Shangyun. Did Yu Luanhui tell you? Did this guy tell you how I died? Qin Yun walked over with a smile. The Monkey King nodded and said, he came here before and told me to tell Granny Tree Dragon that you were killed and her egg is gone. He also said that you were killed by the law enforcers. That damned old guy. I came out of the Nine-Sun Heaven-Raising Pagoda. I did not meet anyone from the law enforcers. Why did he lie to us? The Monkey King chose to believe Qin Yun because his monkey dragon race was once attacked by the black dragon assassins. Yu Shangyun said, he wants to take the egg for himself and he doesn't want you to suspect that he killed Qin Yun. Another person flew out from the hole in the turtle shell. It is Long Shu. She is wearing tree bark clothes and holding a wooden staff. After she came out, she quickly tied up her brown hair and let it hang in front of her chest. Her bright and moving eyes stared at Qin Yun and sized him up. Although her beautiful face has a gentle smile, Qin Yun can feel that she is accumulating divine power. Long Shu is still very vigilant because in the past 2 or 3 days, she has heard many things about Qin Yun. She can't tell what kind of person Qin Yun is from what she heard, so she is very vigilant against him. Hello, Granny Tree Dragon. I am Qin Yun. Qin Yun politely greeted. Just call me Long Shu. You are someone even older than me. Calling me Granny Tree Dragon, isn't that making me very old? Long Shu laughed heartily, revealing her beautiful white teeth. Her smile is very beautiful. That, your egg, I won't return it to you. Qin Yun is somewhat embarrassed and also quite guilty. He sighed and said, That egg was refined by me, I'm sorry. The Monkey King is startled, then he opened his eyes wide and looked at Long Shu. He suddenly became very nervous, afraid that a fight might break out. Is that so? Then forget it. But I lost an egg, you have to compensate me. Long Shu said very casually. Granny, that is your egg. The Monkey King said in shock. It should be very important to you, right? Even the Monkey King doesn't know the situation of the egg. He only knows that it is very important to Long Shu. Qin Yun had heard from Long Sulin that it was a dead egg. At this moment, he could see a sly smile in Long Shu's eyes. He felt that he might be ruthlessly slaughtered by this Granny Tree Dragon. Of course it's very important, but this is the little Divine King. I think he has no intention of taking away my egg. Seeing that he looks pretty good, I'll give him a chance, as long as he compensates me for my losses. Long Shu squinted her eyes and chuckled. Qin Yun said with a smile, Thank you for your understanding. As long as I, Qin Yun, can afford it, I will definitely compensate you. Shu walked to Qin Yun's side, then looked at Yu Shangyun and said with a chuckle, Sister Shangyun, you don't mind if I touch him, right? What do I mind? If you want to touch him, just ask him. Yu Shangyun was startled and replied, I'm afraid you'll be jealous. Long Shu giggled a few times, then grabbed Qin Yun's hand and stroked his palm back and forth. What can I be jealous about? He and I are just friends. Yu Shangyun never expected that this Granny Tree Dragon would be able to see through so many things. Dragon Shu smiled without saying a word. She became even more daring. She even reached her hand under Qin Yun's clothes and pressed it on his heart. It has been many years since Qin Yun has been taken advantage of like this. Furthermore, it was in front of so many people. The Monkey King is also watching from the side with a face full of astonishment. Give me a vat of blood and then give me 10 boxes of top-quality elegant smoke. This way we will be even. Long Shu spoke and also took out a large jade white vat. This vat is half the height of a person, it is also quite big. No problem. Qin Yun straightforwardly agreed. He also heaved a sigh of relief in his heart. It's just a vat of blood, it's nothing to him. Those 10 boxes of elegant smoke are even simpler. He first took out 10 boxes of elegant smoke and handed them to Long Shu. Long Shu immediately took out 2 and gave one to Monkey King. Then she lit one for herself and started smoking. The way she smokes is quite enchanting, at the same time it doesn't lose her wild and domineering nature. Qin Yun stretched out his hands and forced out a large amount of blood from his wrist. Voila! His blood suddenly sprayed out and attacked the large vat. His blood is red and blue, moreover it is very dense, flickering with blue light. When it fell into the large vat, it began to boil and a very strong blood energy surged out. Long Shu waved her hand and released many root hairs. Those root hairs transformed into runes and wrapped around the large jade white vat, preventing the blood energy from soaring to the sky. You are an inscription master? Qin Yun said in amazement. Indeed, I was born one. We will have a chance to discuss this in the future. Long Shu said with smile. Your blood is truly formidable, I truly could not see through it earlier. Long Shu, what do you want his blood for? Yu Shangyun asked curiously. His blood is very special. I want to cultivate it. Long Shu earnestly said. When he drank the lake water, Not only did he not give birth to a small monster, instead his body became stronger. A human who can accomplish this kind of thing is truly worthy of being called a young divine king. Monkey King nodded and said, "Even if it is me, after drinking the lake water, an egg will condense in my abdomen. I am also unable to transform the egg's energy to temper my body." "Then how did you get your egg out? Did you poop it out?" Qin Yun, who is currently letting out blood, has a bewildered expression. Then he looked at Long Shu and asked, "We have a special medicinal liquid. After smearing it on your hand, it will allow your hand to pass through your abdomen and take out the egg. The egg is so big, how can you poop it out?" Monkey King said with smile. Dragon Long Shu pinched Qin Yun's arm and asked, "How did you transform the embryo condensation energy into your body? Moreover, you are still suffering from pain. We don't feel any pain after drinking the lake water, but we are still unable to do it." "This is very complicated. Maybe only I can do it," Qin Yun earnestly replied, "because it is related to my cultivation method." Chapter 2679. Qin Yun was taken aback by the question. He had never thought of this question. "I never tried it, I don't know." Qin Yun shook his head. Long Shu saw that the large vat is almost full and promptly said, "It's done." She took out the lid and covered the mouth of the vat. Then, she put the vat away and said with a smile, "You've let out so much blood. Are you all right?" "I'm fine, my blood production speed is very fast." Qin Yun is truly fine. At most he only lost 20 to 30% of his blood essence. Long Shu, is the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake releasing an energy wave towards the sky? Yu Shangyun looked at the sky and said, "We discovered it on the way here. The commotion is not small. Do you know what's going on? The Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake is summoning all the dragon race. As long as they have dragon bloodline, they can enter the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake after entering the Heaven's Fate Holy Land." Long Shu said, "Soaking in the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake can make the dragon blood even stronger. When all the dragon race come here, even if they don't want to follow the Heavenly Dragon Emperor, they can still enter the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake." Monkey King said, "Heavenly Dragon Emperor? Is it the clan emperor of the strongest dragon race?" Qin Yun said in alarm, "When will this strongest dragon race appear?" Monkey King and Long Shu looked at each other and shook their heads. "We also don't know. In short, they will surely come out from the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. We also hope that the strongest dragon race will come out soon, otherwise we will be under great pressure," Long Shu said with sigh. Monkey King said, "According to our speculation, the Heavenly Dragon Race will come out when all the dragon race come. Is Ancient Yu Clan trying to stop your dragon race's unification? If that is the case, there will be a great war," Yu Shangyun asked. Monkey King and Long Shu's expression gradually became grave. This is also something they are very worried about. Qin Yun took out the destroyed Dragon Peach Divine Tree and said with sigh, "Such a good tree was destroyed just like that. It should be able to grow back, right? Otherwise it would be too much of a pity. Who did this? You are just going to endure it? This tree is very big and very heavy." After Qin Yun released the Dragon Peach Divine Tree, the entire Tortoise Shell Island sank a lot. It was obvious how heavy it was. Because it was so big and heavy, the Monkey King and Long Shu could only leave it there. Even if the tree was cut into two, they couldn't move a single part. However, Qin Yun was actually able to easily store it into a spatial treasure and release it very easily. This gave Long Shu and the Monkey King a fright. The life force of the tree is very strong, it can definitely be reborn. Long Shu immediately went over and caressed the Dragon Peach Tree. "Qin Yun, thank you so much. We wanted to move here a long time ago, but it took a lot of effort." The Monkey King is truly grateful to Qin Yun. He said, "The guy who cut down the divine tree comes from a very mysterious and powerful race. I will definitely find him and take revenge." Yes. Qin Yun waved his hand and said, "No need to thank me. I thought I would be able to eat the dragon peach after coming out of seclusion. I never expected so many things to happen. I'll leave some for you." As the Monkey King spoke, he took out more than 20 large dragon peaches. These dragon peaches are completely red. Moreover, there are many dragon runes on their surface. They look very mystical. Qin Yun expressed his thanks and took them. He only left a few for himself. The rest were given to Yang Yang and Mo. He quickly finished eating one. The taste is very good, very fragrant and sweet. This made him sigh again because the dragon peach divine tree is gone. "Oh right, can this peach core grow a dragon peach divine tree?" Qin Yun asked. "It can, but it is very difficult. It requires meticulous care. To germinate, it will take tens of thousands of years," the Monkey King said. "This peach core is very hard. We haven't been able to break it even now. We don't know what's inside." Qin Yun opened his heavenly eye to take a look and discovered in astonishment that there are rice grain-sized light specks inside the peach core. Although they are very small, he guessed that they are formed from energy. And now Long Shu has also finished piecing the dragon peach divine tree together and erected it. Under her control, the roots of the dragon peach divine tree flickered with white light and penetrated the thick tortoise shell and took root on the tortoise shell island. "All right, in a few more days, it should be able to recover," Long Shu said with smile. "Little monkey, I already said that it would be best if the dragon peach divine tree was with me. You just wouldn't listen." Qin Yun is currently studying the peach core in his hand, and told Yang Yang and others not to throw it away. At this time, Yu Shangyun also returned the little jade rabbit to Qin Yun. This is Mo's little friend. Back then, Qin Yun gave her to Yu Shangyun so that she could cure the poison. After the little jade rabbit returned, she happily ate the dragon peach with Mo and others. "Young Divine King, can you break open the peach core's outer shell? We also want to know what's inside." Long Shu saw Qin Yun earnestly studying the peach core and asked softly. "There is energy stored inside. That energy has been compressed to the size of a rice grain. It's really strange. Why is there such a dangerous thing inside the peach core?" Qin Yun vigorously pinched the peach core. The outer shell is indeed very hard. "Really? That dragon peach divine tree is formed from a part of the bloodline heavenly rune. If it's really like this, then it's not strange at all," Long Shu said. "Oh, that's right. What's with that egg of yours? From what I can see, it is a complete bloodline heavenly rune." Qin Yun said. "That's why it's very important to me. But since you obtained it, it can be considered your good fortune. Me and the little monkey were born because of bloodline heavenly rune. We are very clear that having bloodline heavenly rune is not something that can be forced," Long Shu said with smile. "Then why do you want a vat of my blood?" Qin Yun curled his lips and said. "The egg in my stomach is formed from my blood. It's very fair to exchange it for a vat of your blood," Long Shu said with charming smile. Qin Yun thought about how to open the peach core. He released the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda and said, "I want to go into seclusion and open the peach core." This is the first time the dragon peach divine tree bore fruit, but not long after it bore fruit, it was uprooted and cut down. Luckily it has recovered now. The Monkey King also gave Qin Yun many peach cores. They were all collected by the monkey dragons after they finished eating them. Not long after Qin Yun entered the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, dragon roars can be heard from all around. At this time, the divine judge, Xie Wufeng, heavenly ghost ancestor and others landed on the tortoise shell island. "They are here." The Monkey King's expression is grave as he said in deep voice, "All the dragon race are outside the barrier." Long Shu nodded and said, "Little monkey, we will remove the barrier of Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. Let them enter Heaven's Mandate Holy Land." Yu Shangyun said, "After removing the barrier, the Devil Mirror can be used. This will also make it convenient for us to make arrangements." Moreover, we will let the people of all heaven's divine desolate know about the situation here," the divine judge said. Long Shu and the Monkey King's body suddenly overflowed with many rays of light, then converged into many runes. Those runes transformed into dragons, rushed towards all direction and then disappeared without a trace. The barrier of heaven's mandate Holy Land is actually connected to them. Now that the barrier has been removed, it means that anyone can enter. Not long after the barrier was removed, dreadful dragon power rushed over from all direction, the earth shook and the sky resounded with dragon roars. A burst of gale accompanied by dragon roars swept over. Many dragon race people have already entered the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land and rushed towards the Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake. The Divine Judge, Xie Wufeng and others also posted the news on the Devil Mirror, informing the All Heavens Divine Desolate that the dragon race is about to be unified. Devil Dragon Heavenly Clan's Devil Dragons have transformed into incomparably huge black and red dragons. They are patrolling the sky above the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land like guardians. 9 Sun Dragon Clan and Sun Dragon Clan's powerful dragons have also transformed into huge dragons. Just like the Devil Dragon Heavenly Clan, they are guarding the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. It looks like they are welcoming the dragon race into their holy land. All Heaven's Divine Desolate's great era is about to give birth to a super strong race. Xie Wufeng looked at the gale and sand surging over from the distance. It is a group of huge elephants covered in dragon scales. Aren't there tree dragons below the Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake? Yu Shangyun asked. The Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake is very deep, it is like a world, it is enough to contain the dragon race. Long Shu is very excited and also somewhat nervous. Qin Yun can sense the commotion outside from inside the 9 Sun heaven-raising pagoda. He only occasionally looks outside or looks at the Devil Mirror. He believes that the Dragon Peach's core is the most valuable part of the Dragon Peach, otherwise it would not be so hard. There are many runes on the surface of the Dragon Peach, they must be formed by Bloodline Heavenly Rune. Qin Yun took out the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber and fused the Bloodline Heavenly Rune box with it. He firmly held the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber and unleashed Imperial Heaven Divine Power. The saber suddenly blossomed with blue light. A saber with Bloodline Heavenly Rune should be able to cut it open. The reason why it is hard is because the Bloodline Heavenly Rune is on the surface of the peach. Qin Yun is now using the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber as a tool to carve runes. He poured in Imperial Heaven Divine Power and Condensed Blood Spirit Power to cut open the Bloodline Heavenly Rune on the peach's surface. After the saber touched the peach's core, it very easily cut open. Success! Qin Yun very happily shouted. After cutting open the peach's core, there is a red thing inside, it is the size of a rice grain. Qin Yun placed it on his palm and carefully observed it. He said in amazement, "The energy inside is truly dreadful. This thing must have great destructive power. How do I detonate it?" Ling Yun'er asked. It should also require Bloodline Heavenly Rune to make this thing react. Qin Yun very carefully cut open the peach's core because he is worried that he might accidentally cut open the energy. Should I try it here? Qin Yun very much wants to give it a try, but he is worried that the power will be too great and damage the 9 Sun heaven-raising pagoda. He feels that if he uses the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber to cut open the energy, it will explode. But this is very risky, he will surely be hit by the explosion. Fuse the Bloodline Heavenly Rune box with the Divine King's Spear and then shoot it out. Ling Yun'er said with smile. This should work, right? Chapter 2680. Using Bloodline Heavenly Rune to form a flame is very difficult for Qin Yun because he doesn't know much about the Bloodline Heavenly Rune box, or perhaps he doesn't know much about it. All he could do now was fuse a Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box with the Myriad Divine Blade. That's right. Since the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box has fused with the Divine Saber, doesn't that mean the flames I release are Bloodline Heavenly Pattern flames? Qin Yun looked at the myriad Heaven Divine Saber in his hand. Then, he hurriedly used his Imperial Heaven Divine power to condense into flames and injected them into the myriad Heaven Divine Saber. Although the flames surged out of the blade, they weren't formed by the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box. He had already transformed his Imperial Divine power into flames a long time ago. After injecting it into the Divine Blade, this naturally didn't count. You need to use your divine power to stimulate the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box to release its flames. Only then will it be considered a Bloodline Heavenly Pattern fire. Ling Yuner said, Xiao Yun, although you are unable to open the box now, you can try injecting a large amount of divine power into it. Then how do I make the box release flames? Only those with fire-attributed Bloodline Heavenly Patterns can release flames. Qin Yun has a pile of Bloodline Heavenly Pattern boxes, but he doesn't know what attribute the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern inside is. The boxes of the White Sun Elf Clan and the Purple Sun Elf Clan are related to the two Divine Suns. Do you think the Bloodline Heavenly runes inside these two boxes can stimulate the White Sun Divine Fire and the Purple Sun Divine Fire? Asked Ling Yuner. I just happen to have Xin Yuzi Yang and Bai Xin Yang. I can pour the divine power within the Divine Universe Violet Sun into the box and release it. Qin Yun suddenly became excited. He immediately took out a purplish-red box. There are many vein-like runes on the surface of the box. It flickered with radiance. One of the pearls of the 9 Sun Divine Spirit on his wrist began to emit purple light. Divine Universe Purple Sun's divine power is frantically rushing out and pouring into Qin Yun's wrist before being sent out through his palm. The purple Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box was in Qin Yun's hand. It was greedily absorbing the Divine Cosmos Purple Sun's divine power. Qin Yun transferred the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box for 2 hours, but the box only released a relatively strong purple light without any other reaction. What's going on? This box can eat too much. Qin Yun is very alarmed. One must know that the amount of Divine Universe Purple Sun power he released in 2 hours is extremely large. However, after the box absorbed all of it, there was not much of a reaction. This made Qin Yun feel incredulous. Could it be that the Bloodline Heavenly rune inside the box hasn't absorbed any energy in a long time? Let's continue and see. Qin Yun could only continue trying. This is the first time he seriously studied the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box. There were no results yet, but Qin Yun was still rather excited. If he could successfully create the Bloodline Heavenly Rune Flame, he could fuse with the Peach Pits and quickly refine them into the God King Spear. His God King Spear really needed to be upgraded, otherwise he would not be able to shoot out stronger bullets. Especially now, there were more and more powerful beings in the gods desolate. Be it humans or beasts, they were all benefiting from the various resources that had descended upon this great era. Their cultivations were rising very quickly. After several hours, the Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box finally reacted. A purplish-red mist leaked out of the box. The mist was actually cool and not a scorching flame. This left Qin Yun rather disappointed. Wait, Ling Yuner hastily said. Xiao Yun, this might not necessarily not be a flame. After all, it is a flame released by Bloodline Heavenly Pattern. Maybe it is different from the flame we commonly see? This purple Bloodline Heavenly Pattern box came from the Purple Sun Fairy race. It can be said that it gave birth to the Purple Sun Fairy race's Bloodline Heavenly Pattern. This means that this box has some relation with the Divine Space Purple Sun, otherwise it wouldn't be able to absorb the divine power of the Divine Space Purple Sunday. Xiao Yun, I think that Bloodline Heavenly Pattern is the most primitive rune, or the most primitive form of energy. Many runes nowadays might have originated from this kind of Bloodline Heavenly Pattern. Ling Yuner guessed. In other words, Bloodline Heavenly Pattern doesn't have two obvious attributes. And attribute characteristics are formed after birth? Qin Yun looked at the purple bloodline heavenly pattern box in his hand and sank into deep thought. Ling Yun also came out. She touched the bloodline heavenly pattern box and said with smile, "Why don't you think about that egg? Monkey dragon race and tree dragon race were born because of that bloodline heavenly pattern box." Qin Yun said in amazement. "Don't tell me that bloodline heavenly pattern is dragon bloodline? That is why the heavenly fate dragon lake appeared? I suspect that the bloodline heavenly pattern came into contact with trees and monkeys. That is why monkey dragon race and tree dragon race were born. The strongest dragon race is most likely born from the ancestral dragon bloodline inside the box," Ling Yun said. Qin Yun said with frown, "Bloodline heavenly pattern is the most primitive form of bloodline and heavenly pattern? Then what does this box in my hand represent? No matter what it represents, it can give birth to many things. If dragon bloodline heavenly pattern comes into contact with flame, it can give birth to fire dragon," Ling Yun said. "I understand." Qin Yun suddenly thought of something and said with some excitement, "Bloodline heavenly pattern must have blood. The energy mist released by the box can condense into blood. Blood must have heavenly pattern inside it." He continued to pour in divine space purple sun's energy, causing the energy mist released by the box to become more and more. It is very difficult for the energy mist to condense together. Qin Yun used supergravity to wrap up the energy mist and tried to condense it into liquid form but failed. Qin Yun can only take out pill transformation heavenly cauldron, open the lid and let the energy mist enter. Pill transformation heavenly cauldron is used to condense pills. "What will happen if we condense blood into pills?" Ling Yun said. Qin Yun shook his head. "It will be very difficult. It will require a great amount of bloodline energy mist. I don't know how long it will take." As Qin Yun continued to pour in divine space purple sun's divine power into the bloodline heavenly pattern box, the box also continuously released purple-red energy mist. After the energy mist entered the pill transformation heavenly cauldron, Qin Yun operated the pill transformation heavenly cauldron and the purple-red energy mist gradually condensed into a cyclone. A great amount of energy mist slowly condensed together and finally formed a rice grain-sized purple-red water droplet. Qin Yun very carefully took out the water droplet and said in amazement, "Pill transformation heavenly cauldron consumed a great amount of energy just now to condense this small water droplet. It seems like the bloodline energy mist is very difficult to condense. Now let this drop of blood fuse with the flame," Ling Yun said. Qin Yun immediately released a flame from his palm and controlled the purple-red blood droplet to float into the flame. The moment the blood droplet entered the flame, the entire flame suddenly trembled and then turned purple-red. Qin Yun immediately let out a loud cry. Only blue bones remained in his entire palm. His flesh, blood and veins actually vaporized in an instant. So hot. Ling Yun immediately started sweating profusely. She immediately released her divine power to resist the flame. Qin Yun promptly took out the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and stored the purple flame inside. Then he hastily drew out by Shenyang's divine power and poured it into his palm, allowing his flesh and blood to quickly grow. His heart is still filled with fear. It must be known that because he drank the heavenly fate dragon lake's water, his body became extremely powerful. In addition, after stepping into the divine heaven lord realm, his divine power increased even more. But even so, the flame still instantly vaporized the flesh and blood of his palm. "Xiao Yun, are you alright?" Ling Yun walked over. Even inside the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron, she can still feel the terror of the flame. Fortunately, it didn't burn the bones. Otherwise, it would take a lot of time for the bones to regenerate. Qin Yun himself has very strong regenerative power. Now that he has drawn in by Shenyang's regenerative power, his recovery speed is even faster. In just a moment, his palm regenerated. However, it is too tender, as if a layer of skin has been peeled off. I still don't understand what that purple bloodline heavenly rune is. Qin Yun looked inside the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. The flame floated in the middle of the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and did not touch the cauldron's inner wall. Otherwise, the entire cauldron would be even hotter. Could it be the most primitive divine universe purple energy? This is a very strong divine power. Ling Yun'er said. No matter, let's melt the peach pit first. Qin Yun placed the cut peach pit into the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. When the peach pit touched the flame, it immediately melted and did not turn into gas mist. It can be seen that it is still very strong. Xiao Yun, the dragon bloodline heavenly rune, gave birth to the dragon peach divine tree and then gave birth to it. I suspect that it might be a very strong seed. Ling Yun'er said. Seed? Don't tell me that if I attack, a tree will appear? Qin Yun said with smile. If that is the case, it will be very good. Then quickly give it a try. Ling Yun'er is also very impatient to see. Qin Yun cut open more than 10 peach pits and collected more than 10 crystal seed. After the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron melted more than 10 peach pits, the purple flame's energy was completely exhausted. Qin Yun refined the melted peach pits into the Divine King Spear's barrel and carved some runes on it, making the Divine King Spear even more harmonious. After finishing all this, Qin Yun is very tired. It has already been 2 to 3 days since he entered the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda. All kinds of dragon race have already arrived at Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. Most of them have entered the Heaven's Mandate Dragon Lake. And the strongest dragon race has yet to come into being. Heaven's Mandate Holy Land has become the hot topic of the Devil Mirror. Many people who are not afraid of death are rushing towards Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. They want to see the dragon race that is about to come into being. Qin Yun's Divine King Spear has also been remodeled. He transferred the Bloodline Heavenly Rune Box inside the Myriad Heaven Divine Saber into the Divine King Spear and fused it perfectly. After obtaining Bloodline Heavenly Rune for so long, I finally understand a little bit. This time's trip to Heaven's Mandate Holy Land has allowed Qin Yun to understand a lot about Bloodline Heavenly Rune. Chapter 2681. Qin Yun stored the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda, walked towards Yu Yao Yao and asked, What's going on over there? Why is it red? Yu family is coming. Yu Yao Yao lightly sighed. Sending out Yu family generals means that our ancient Yu clan will participate in all kinds of competitions in Divine Desolate. Divine Judge said, No matter what, your ancient Yu clan will have to follow the rules set by our Myriad Realms Divine Court. Yu Yao Yao spread her hands and said, This is not something I can decide. Our ancient Yu clan is very powerful. Internally we are also divided into several factions. I don't know what they will do. What is going on with Yu Luanhui? He was the one who sent Black Dragon assassins to kill me. Qin Yun's voice became a bit colder when he spoke about this matter. Yu Yao Yao did not reply. Her face is filled with helplessness because she knows that Qin Yun will not let go of this matter. And Yu Luanhui's strength is very strong. Qin Yun will definitely find Yu Luanhui. Their conflict is unavoidable. This old guy is very strong. He has mastered a very dreadful heavenly law divine ability called Reincarnation Heavenly Law. Once you are hit by this move, you will be reborn. Yu Yao Yao said. Even if your soul is undying and imperishable, after reincarnation, all your memories will disappear. How can you avoid this move? How can we avoid this move? Yu Shangyun hastily asked. When he uses this move, a reincarnation gate will appear. Once you are locked by the gate, it will be very difficult to escape. And as long as you can avoid it, you won't be hit. That reincarnation gate is a heaven divine tool, and reincarnation heavenly law is used in conjunction with it. It is used by heaven divine tool. You ancient Yu clan's elders have mastered such a powerful thing. This made Qin Yun understand even more about ancient Yu clan's experts. What is Yu Luanhui's strength ranking in your ancient Yu clan? Long Shu asked. She saw Yu Luanhui before and can see that he is a very dreadful old guy. Top 20. There are many people in our ancient Yu clan who are stronger than him. Moreover, they all have mastered very strong heavenly law divine abilities. This is the first time Qin Yun heard of heavenly law divine abilities. He suspects that his imperial heaven divine technique is also a kind of heavenly law divine ability, it is just called by a different name. This made him think of the heavenly law inheritance that was released everywhere after the blue sky exploded. The heavenly law soul by Sushin obtained was very strange. Even though Qin Yun had replicated it in the past, he could not understand it. He felt that Bai Sushin might have a deeper understanding of heavenly laws. Quite a number of heavenly Dharma inheritances were scattered throughout the divine wilderness. As for whether there were any heavenly Dharma divine powers, he was still unsure. The God Chief said, "We are not from the dragon race, so we should stay away from the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. If this Heavenly Fate Dragon Lake suddenly goes crazy, it won't be good. There should be no need to worry, right?" The Monkey King didn't think about this problem. We don't know what will happen when the All Heavens Dragon Emperor appears, but it will definitely cause a huge commotion. Long Shu nodded and said, "Divine Judge, then you should leave this island for the time being, lest you get involved." Falling into the Destiny Dragon Lake was very dangerous. If one were to accidentally drink a few mouthfuls of the lake water, although it would not be fatal, it would be very torturous. Qin Yun and company, who are not from the dragon race, immediately flew into the sky and left the Tortoise Shell Island. Now in the sky, all kinds of tyrannical divine power waves are surging and colliding. Many powerful dragon race arrived one after another. Many giant dragons are flying around the Heaven's Fate Holy Land. Because of this, the sky above the Heaven's Fate Holy Land is filled with dragon roars. From time to time a valiant dragon power would rush over. Qin Yun took out Long Yuqin and Long Qiaofeng's soul-chasing talismans and found out that they are all pointing towards the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. Soon after, he let Long Tianji come out and enter the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. Divine Universe Heavenly Dragon and Divine Universe Ice Dragon also entered the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. Little Palace Spirit told Qin Yun through the Devil Mirror that the Dragon Palace has already set off to enter the Heaven's Fate Dragon Lake. Qin Yun is flying in the sky. Yushang Yun, Divine Judge and many other experts are surrounding him. They are afraid that he will be sneak attacked. Because he just said that Yu Luanhui has his eyes on him and even sent out 2 groups of Black Dragon assassins. Adding the 2 bloodline heavenly runes and Divine King heavenly seal, there will be even more people who want to attack him. Not to mention the law enforcement world, Great Heaven Divine Race and Great Een Divine Race can freely enter and leave the 9 Sun Holy Land. The people they send out will definitely be even stronger. Qin Yun contacted in Wukong and told him to be more careful. That was because in Wukong's spatial source stone was also a very rare treasure. As long as they can control the spatial origin stone, the 9 Sun Holy Land space channel will be much easier to maintain. Otherwise, they will have to consume a lot of resources. And Wukong is very clear about this, so he is now very careful. He opened up a space and hid the strange space ancient city inside. Qin Yun is holding the Divine King Spear in his hand. There are more than 10 crystal seeds inside it. As for what kind of power it will have, he is very much looking forward to it. If someone suddenly attacks him, he can give it a try. If it is a one-on-one fight, he is not afraid of anyone. With the inscription Fungus Queen and the Divine King Spear, as well as the myriad Heaven Divine Saber, he will be able to take care of the enemy until they are half dead. If it still doesn't work, then he will use the Divine King Heavenly Seal. Qin Yun released several Heavenly Eye avatars. They are in the sky in 4 directions. they can observe the movements in the surroundings. Qin Yun entered the devil mirror and hung it around his neck. This way he can read the information sent by other people at any time. At this time, Xian Shatzi sent sound transmission to him. Boss, you are in trouble. Heaven's Secret Sect has sent out a very strong dark assassin of Heavenly Secret to deal with you. Dark assassin of Heavenly Secret? Isn't the strongest king-level dark assassin? How strong are they? Qin Yun feels that dark assassin of Heavenly Secret is not something to be afraid of, because he has already captured Chu Wuxing, a king-level dark assassin. Above king-level dark assassin, there is still saint-level. Many dark assassins of Heavenly Secret Sect don't know about this level of dark assassin of Heavenly Secret. Even I don't know much about saint-level dark assassin of Heavenly Secret. Xian Shatzi said. Within Heavenly Secret Sect, who can use saint-level dark assassin of Heavenly Secret? Qin Yun immediately asked. Only Heavenly Secret Sect Master and Elder Heavenly Secret can use saint-level dark assassins. Within Heavenly Secret Sect Master and Elder Heavenly Secret have the greatest authority. Moreover, they are also the strongest and most mysterious. Xian Shatzi said. Our 5 heavenly venerables are just famous. Qin Yun did not expect that Heavenly Secret Sect would also take action. It must be known that Heavenly Secret Sect has always used a long time to plan, they rarely take action like this. Xian Shatzi, did Heavenly Secret Sect send out saint-level dark assassins before? What did they do? Qin Yun asked. Once. That time, it was against the former Heavenly Tao. They wanted to exterminate the previous Heavenly Tao who betrayed the Heavenly Rule Tao and succeeded. Heaven's Secret Sect found out that you have 2 bloodline heavenly runes, one of them is related to Tian Shixiang. That's why they sent out saint-level dark assassins. Why did they send out saint-level dark assassins for a bloodline heavenly rune box related to the Divine Moon Emperor? Although Qin Yun has guessed something, he is not sure. Tian Shixiang's bloodline heavenly rune box is very important, it is related to the entire Moon Clan and all divine moons. Maybe it is because of the Mother Moon, I don't know the specifics. Wait until I return, I will think of a way to figure it out. Xian Shatzi said. He knows that Qin Yun has 2 bloodline heavenly rune boxes, so he is very excited. At least it will give him the opportunity to study bloodline heavenly rune. Xian Shatzi is an expert in using curse techniques, and runes are closely related to curse technique. Therefore, Xian Shatzi is very interested in bloodline heavenly rune. Alright. Qin Yun is now even more vigilant. He is hesitating whether or not he should tell Yu Shangyun about this matter. He is worried that after Yu Shangyun finds out, she will be even more anxious than him. After careful consideration, Qin Yun decided to face the saint-level dark assassins himself. Because Yu Shangyun is the pillar of the entire Divine Moon Clan, he doesn't want her to have too many powerful enemies. And Qin Yun is alone, even if he can't beat them, he won't be killed, so he doesn't have to worry too much. At this time, Chu Wuxing also sent sound transmission to Qin Yun through the magic mirror. His voice is very nervous as he said, Boss, you are in trouble. You should know that I am protecting a young man of the great heaven divine race. This young man is the son of the great heaven divine race's emperor. Son. Qin Yun is not surprised. He is just surprised that the son of the great heaven divine race's emperor is so low-key. He doesn't do anything too shocking, he doesn't even talk much, unlike Yin Tianyi. The great heaven divine race's emperor must have many sons, right? Qin Yun said with smile. What do my troubles have to do with the son of the great heaven divine race's emperor? The great heaven divine race's emperor has many sons, but this one is the one that the great heaven divine race's emperor values the most. Chu Wuxing said, I just heard from him that the great sky god race sent 3 great sky battle gods to capture you. Great heaven war god? What the hell? Qin Yun bitterly smiled in his heart. First there was the Black Dragon Assassin, then there was the Saint-level Dark Assassin, and now there is this great Heaven War God. That young master said that the Dark Assassin is an expert comparable to the Black Dragon Assassin. His soul is undying and indestructible, his body has been tempered thousands of times by heavenly flame, he also has many powerful divine equipment, divine tools and all kinds of divine talismans. Chu Wuxing is very worried. All right, I understand, I will be careful. Qin Yun said, Old Chu, I just learned that your Heaven Secret sect has a sacred level assassin. What? Saint-level Dark Assassin? Chu Wuxing cried out in alarm. Yes, they are also targeting me. Qin Yun said with smile. Boss, you must be very careful, I believe that you will be able to get through this. Chu Wuxing naturally knows that the things Qin Yun has in his hands are enough for many powerful factions to send their most outstanding experts to attack. And you must properly protect that young master. I will be fine. Qin Yun is very calm at this moment. After all, he has already broken through and he has many magic tools in his hand. I have a friend nearby, I want to meet him alone, Qin Yun suddenly said. There are many good friends of Qin Yun here, some of them have known him for many years. When they heard Qin Yun say this, most of them guessed that Qin Yun is going to go alone. Chapter 2682. From Yu Yaoyao's point of view, even if Qin Yun could defeat the Black Dragon Assassin, it was impossible for him to kill the Black Dragon Assassin. Why not? It's not difficult for me to kill a mere Black Dragon Assassin. Qin Yun said with a smile. Why? Could it be that the Black Dragon Killer is immortal? When you said kill them, you meant defeat them. Or severely injure them. Imperial Demon asked. The others were also very surprised. They looked at Qin Yun and waited for his reply. That was because they had already heard of how powerful the Black Dragon Assassins were. Furthermore, they had encountered them before. Only those who had met the Black Dragon Assassin before would more or less have some understanding of the strength of the Black Dragon Assassin. They all knew that the Black Dragon Assassin was not easy to kill. Those Black Dragon Assassins who wanted to kill me before will never return to the Yu Ancient clan, Qin Yun said. He knew why Yu Yaoyao didn't believe him. It was because the souls of the ancient Yu clan's Black Dragon Killers were immortal. Yu Yaoyao knew quite a bit about the Black Dragon Killer, so she was very clear that even if the Black Dragon Killer's physical body was completely destroyed, his soul would still be able to escape. I don't believe it, Yu Yaoyao said. If you can defeat the Black Dragon Assassin, then I won't be surprised. You said that you can make the Black Dragon Assassin completely disappear. I don't believe you. Yun Shao said. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. Alright, you don't have to worry about me. I really have something to do. I need to meet a friend. Then be careful. If you need help, contact me immediately, Yu Shangyun said. Got it. Qin Yun waved his hand and flew into the distance. In fact, he didn't know what was on the other side. He just wanted to be alone and wait for the enemy to come to him. Yu Yaoyao looked at Qin Yun's back, gritted her teeth and said softly, I'll follow and take a look. If he can really kill a few Black Dragon Killers, the ancient Yu clan will definitely put more effort into dealing with him. Xiang Yun nodded at Yu Yaoyao. With Yu Yaoyao following Qin Yun, she felt even more at ease. That's because Yu Yaoyao is from the Yu Ancient clan. Furthermore, he has a very powerful dark Kunpeng. Qin Yun Fei's speed was also relatively fast. He did not use the space traversal step. He had only flown for a short while when he sensed that someone was following him. Through the Heaven's Eye clone in the air, he saw that it was Yu Yaoyao flying over. Why is this woman following me? Qin Yun immediately used the transcending void steps to traverse through space and rapidly distanced himself from Imperial Yaoyao. But what he did not expect was that Yu Yaoyao could actually chase after him. She used space travel and chased after him closely. This it reminded Qin Yun of the Black Dragon assassins from before. They could also travel through space to pursue him closely. He stop immediately and wait for the Imperial Demon to come over. After Yaoyao arrived, she floated in the air. Her beautiful pink eyes were filled with solemnity as she stared at Qin Yun. Her bright red hair danced in the wind. Shishi tied her messy hair into a high ponytail and said, "Qin Yun, if you really kill a few Black Dragon assassins, it's best if you let me stay by your side." "Why?" asked Qin Yun. "You'll be safer this way. Our ancient Yu clan has a rule that forbids us from killing each other. As long as I protect you, they won't dare to do anything to you." Imperial Demon Yao said. Qin Yun spread out his hands and said with smile, "I don't need your protection. If you follow me, you will be a hindrance." Yu Yaoyao is somewhat angry because she is clearly doing this for Qin Yun's good, but Qin Yun does not appreciate it and even said that she was a hindrance. "I'm serious. If the Black Dragon assassins who surrounded you don't return, then the ancient Yu clan will definitely send even stronger Black Dragon assassins. It will be 8 Dragon Head assassins or even 9 Dragon Head assassins. Don't hide from me, let me go with you. If the Black Dragon assassins come, they won't dare to do anything to me." Qin Yun sighed and said, "You might not know, but it's not only the Black Dragon assassins who want to attack me. There are many stronger guys. Do you think they won't dare to attack you?" "What other guys are there?" Yu Yaoyao asked. "They are all here for my bloodline Heavenly Rune and Divine King Heavenly Seal." Qin Yun said with a wry smile, "Think about it. Almost all the powerful factions in the deity Desolate know what I have in my hands. Do you think they can resist the urge to snatch it from me?" Yu Yaoyao bit her lips and became silent. She is very clear that the bloodline Heavenly Rune and Divine King Heavenly Seal in Qin Yun's hands are things that all the major powers want to obtain. The elders of several factions in the ancient Yu clan had already begun planning to snatch it. The main reason why these major powers want to attack Qin Yun is because they are afraid that the things in Qin Yun's hands will fall into the hands of other major powers. So long as a major power obtains Qin Yun's bloodline Heavenly Rune and Divine King Heavenly Seal, they will become the hegemon of Divine Desolate and will be able to suppress other major powers. How about it? Do you still want to follow me? If it's just me, even if I can't beat them, I will immediately run away. And you? When the time comes, I will have to take care of you." Qin Yun curled his lips and said, "All right. Then you must be careful." Yu Yaoyao lightly sighed, her eyes are filled with hidden bitterness. "Thank you for your concern," Qin Yun said with smile. "Of course, don't think that you can make me your follower just like this. I am not that easy to bribe." Yu Yaoyao lightly groaned, stuck out her tongue at Qin Yun and made a funny face. Just like that, just as she was about to leave, she suddenly felt a weak spatial fluctuation. Yu Yaoyao's expression changed, she said in low voice. "Someone is coming, it's our ancient Yu clan. They are using a kind of heavenly talisman that can allow them to travel through space." Just as she finished speaking, a handsome man wearing white clothes appeared not far away with a sharp golden sword in his hand. "This guy is called Yu Songyuan. He is my uncle's son, my cousin." Yu Yaoyao immediately sent voice transmission to Qin Yun and said, "This guy has come with bad intentions, it is very likely that he wants to capture you." Qin Yun finally saw the other youths of the ancient Yu clan. He is also worried that this guy will attack Yu Yaoyao, so he immediately arrived beside her. "Yaoyao, I have finally found you. Your father said that you have been with your friend for too long, so he wants me to find you and bring you back." Yu Songyuan just casually glanced at Qin Yun. Apparently he did not pay much attention to Qin Yun. "I told father before that I can take care of myself. Moreover, he has the magic mirror. If he wants to find me, He can use it to contact me. Yu Yaoyao said with smile. Father can easily contact me with the magic mirror. Why did he send you to find me? She immediately exposed Yu Songyuan's lie. Yu Songyuan is very calm, he said with smile. Yaoyao, you are really smart and quick-witted. Alright, I have something to ask you. Ask away. Yu Yaoyao said. I heard that your dark Kuanpeng was saved by Qin Yun. That means your relationship with Qin Yun must be very good. Can you introduce me to him? I want to be friends with Qin Yun. Yu Songyuan's face is full of sincere smile, but to Qin Yun, that smile is very fake. Qin Yun is already far away from the Heaven's Mandate Holy Land. Moreover, he said that he wants to cultivate in seclusion. I can't contact him now. When I contact him another day, I will let him know. Yu Yaoyao deliberately said this. She wants to see if Yu Songyuan recognizes Qin Yun, who is standing beside him. Yu Songyuan still has a fake smile on his face and said, Then I will thank Yaoyao first. You are worthy of being my good sister. Then he looked at Qin Yun and asked, My dear brother, are you Yaoyao's friend? No, why? Qin Yun replied with smile, and directly interrupted Yu Songyuan's attempt to get close to him. Yu Songyuan's smiling face suddenly stiffened, but he still maintained his smile. Yaoyao, isn't this person your friend? This guy doesn't look like a good person. Do you want me to take care of him? Yu Songyuan's expression suddenly turned cold. He is my friend. Seeing Yu Songyuan's expression, Yu Yaoyao knew that Yu Songyuan recognized Qin Yun and that he planned to attack Qin Yun. Yu Songyuan waved his hand and shot out a talisman. The talisman flew towards Yu Yaoyao and turned into a huge transparent bell that enveloped Yu Yaoyao. This is a seal. Yaoyao, I heard that your dark Kuanpeng flew over to absorb divine power after the birth of the fifth divine son. Without the dark Kuanpeng by your side, it is very dangerous for a girl like you. Although Yu Songyuan was talking to Yu Yaoyao, he looked at Qin Yun sinisterly. Qin Yun really did not expect that Yu Yaoyao would make her dark Kuanpeng stay far away from her. This is indeed very dangerous. After all, her strength is not particularly strong. Yu Songyuan, you bastard, quickly release me. If you dare touch him, even if I have to violate the clan rules, I will make you wish you were dead. Yu Yaoyao shouted angrily. At this moment she looks very scary. Her red hair is dancing wildly, her pink eyes are ice-cold and filled with hostility. Yaoyao, from her point of view, it is very dangerous for Qin Yun to face Yu Songyuan. Yaoyao, this man is Qin Yun, right? You want to lie to me? You want to monopolize his bloodline heavenly rune and divine king heavenly seal? You are truly a selfish girl. You should capture him and bring him back to the clan. Let us find a way to force him to hand over the bloodline heavenly rune and divine king heavenly seal. Yu Songyuan laughed heartily and said, And now I will capture him and bring him back to the clan. This merit is mine. Qin Yun is very calm. He sensed Yu Songyuan's divine power aura and found that he has just surpassed divine heaven monarch realm. This kind of person is not a threat to him. What is your relationship with Yu Luanhui? Qin Yun asked. Before, he sent black dragon assassins to capture me, but now you are personally taking action. It seems like the 5 black dragon assassins he sent are lazy, otherwise I would not have the chance to capture you. Yu Songyuan laughed heartily and said. While Yu Songyuan is laughing, a large man wearing black armor and holding a black battle saber suddenly appeared behind him. Chapter 2683. Yu Yaoyao was sealed inside the transparent bell. When she saw the black dragon killer appear, she thought it was Yu Songyuan's killer. Her beautiful face turned pale and filled with anger and coldness. She wanted nothing more than to cut Yu Songyuan into pieces. Not long ago, she told Qin Yun that she would protect Qin Yun from being attacked by the Yu ancient clan. She also swore that as long as she was here, the Yu ancient clan would not dare to attack. But now, she was sealed by Yu Song Yuan, and Qin Yun was surrounded by Yu Song Yuan and a 7-dragon head black dragon killer. When Yu Song Yuan saw the black dragon killer appear, he felt strange. He didn't sense any strong spatial fluctuations, but the black dragon killer suddenly appeared. The spatial fluctuations were released by Qin Yun from the space inside the 9-sun divine soul. However, it was very weak, so Yu Song Yuan did not sense it. 7-dragon head black dragon killer? Did Yu Luanhui send you here? Sorry, you are a step too slow. Qin Yun is mine. Yu Song Yuan's voice is filled with majesty. He shouted at the black dragon killer, "Quickly leave this place, don't get in my way." Yu Song Yuan and Yu Yaoyao did not know that the black dragon killer was turned into a puppet by Qin Yun, so they thought he was sent by Yu Luanhui. Don't you understand what I'm saying? I told you to scram. Yu Song Yuan is full of hostility towards the black dragon killer. He angrily rebuked, "I am Yu Song Yuan. You should know my position in the Yu ancient clan. How dare you not listen to me? Why should I leave?" The black dragon killer opened his mouth. Qin Yun controlled him to speak. Very good. Yu Song Yuan's eyebrows are raised in anger. He coldly said, "Just you wait, I will definitely report you to Yu Wanlong. Just wait for your punishment." Who does Yu Wanlong think he is? The black dragon killer is under Qin Yun's control. He coldly sneered, "I only listen to Yu Luanhui." Yu Song Yuan and Yu Yaoyao are startled because Yu Wanlong is in charge of the black dragon killers. Now he is so arrogant that he doesn't even put their boss in his eyes. Yu Song Yuan seemed to be quite afraid of the 7-dragon head assassins. He sneered and said, "Yu Luanhui, this old bastard, for Qin Yun, he wants to fight with Yu Wanlong. Doesn't he know that roping in black dragon assassins is a huge taboo?" Yu Song Yuan is not on guard against Qin Yun because he can sense that Qin Yun's divine power aura is only divine heaven power aura. Yu Yaoyao desperately signaled Qin Yun with her eyes, telling him to run faster. She gritted her teeth in anger because Qin Yun is still floating there, watching Yu Song Yuan and Black Dragon Killer bicker. Qin Yun is very happy because that idiot Yu Song Yuan is quarreling with his puppet. Yu Luanhui told me that Yu Song Yuan is an overconfident idiot, and he was right. Black Dragon Killer laughed. Yu Song Yuan is indeed the biggest idiot in the Yu ancient clan. "You damned lowly slave, I'll destroy you." Yu Song Yuan flew into a rage. His white clothes were torn apart by the divine power bursting out of his body. The skin on his upper body was actually blood red. As divine power surged out, his body swelled even more. As his body swelled up, red hairs appeared under his blood-red skin. Those hairs look like sharp thorns, very scary. Yu Song Yuan's entire body changed. He turned into a blood-red hairy monster. Qin Yun is also startled. He did not expect Yu Song Yuan to cultivate a technique that can turn him into a half-beast. Heavenly blood divine wolf art. Yu Song Yuan, you actually cultivated this taboo technique. Yu Yaoyao cried out in alarm. Yu Song Yuan indeed turned into a werewolf, but his hair is red. Shut up, do you believe that I will not eat you? Ha ha ha. Yu Song Yuan's voice became hoarse and loud. He laughed maniacally, looking very bloodthirsty. Qin Yun took out the Divine King Spear. He wanted to test the power of the peach core crystal seed, but he suddenly felt that there is no need to waste it on Yu Song Yuan. The main reason is that Yu Song Yuan is too weak to test the power of the peach core crystal seed. Yu Song Yuan was infuriated by the Black Dragon Killer because in the eyes of the ancient Yu clan, the Black Dragon Killer is just like a servant. Dong. However, Yu Song Yuan also knows that the 7 dragon head killers are very strong. The strength of the servants is not small to Yu Song Yuan. Therefore, Yu Song Yuan had no choice but to use the taboo technique to increase his divine power by several times. Only this way can he defeat the 7 dragon head killers. Just as Yu Song Yuanlang howled and was about to rush out, Qin Yun suddenly released supergravity, and attacked from above and below. This is the supergravity, heaven and earth unite. Yu Song Yuan just took a step forward and his body was hit by the gravity from above and below. He screamed miserably. At this time, under Qin Yun's control, the Black Dragon Killer flashed towards Yu Song Yuan and quickly chopped off Yu Song Yuan's red hairy wolf head. The moment the head was chopped off, Qin Yun rushed over and directly put the soul creation heavenly cauldron on Yu Song Yuan's head. Then the Black Dragon Killer used the saber in his hand and chopped Yu Song Yuan's body hundreds of times, chopping up the red-haired wolf body. Qin Yun raised his hand and waved. A flaming palm wind enveloped the body of the red-furred wolf and instantly burned it to ashes. After killing Yu Song Yuan, Qin Yun took back the Black Dragon Killer. Qin Yun giggled and flew towards Yu Yaoyao. She said, "Ayaya, who said she would protect me just now? She also said that as long as she is here, the ancient Yu clan will not dare to touch me." Yu Yaoyao was stunned by what just happened. After she heard Qin Yun's words, her face turned red, she stamped her feet and groaned. After Qin Yun went over, he broke the heavenly talisman that sealed her. What just happened? Why did the Black Dragon Killer cooperate with you? Yu Yaoyao is still very surprised. The Black Dragon Killer and Qin Yun cooperated very well, it looks like they have a very good relationship. Qin Yun released the Black Dragon Killer again. He controlled the Black Dragon Killer and said, "Young Miss Yu, you said that as long as I steal a law enforcer's little divine son, you will take off a piece of clothing. When will you take it off?" Yu Yaoyao realized that the Black Dragon Killer has been turned into a puppet by Qin Yun. This caused her to be extremely shocked. The powerful Black Dragon Killer not only failed to kill Qin Yun, he has also become a puppet. She cursed herself in her heart, she actually looked down on Qin Yun again. When Qin Yun stole the little divine son, she also suffered this kind of loss. Qin Yun took back the Black Dragon Killer and said with smile, "Oh, that's right, your cousin has been captured by me, you won't tell anyone about this, right?" "Of course I won't tell anyone." Yu Yaoyao also realized that Yu Song Yuan is finished. If the ancient Yu clan knows about this, Qin Yun will be in even more danger. She immediately signed a soul contract with Qin Yun to prevent her from divulging this matter. Qin Yun said, "Seriously, without the Dark Kuan Pring by your side, what are you doing?" I am afraid that you will be killed." Yu Yaoyao tenderly groaned. Qin Yun's heavenly eye avatar suddenly sensed spatial fluctuation. "Someone is coming, it should be your ancient Yu clan's people." Qin Yun finished speaking and immediately concealed himself. His aura completely disappeared. Seeing Qin Yun suddenly conceal himself, Yu Yaoyao realized that he is afraid of conflict with the ancient Yu clan. This will make things very difficult for her. She felt warm in her heart because Qin Yun did not leave. Instead, he is holding her hand and standing beside her. Suddenly a middle-aged man and a few elders arrived. Yu Yaoyao looked at the middle-aged man and shouted in pleasant surprise. "Yaoyao, we just received a soul distress wave from Yu Song Yuan. Did you also receive it and rushed over?" the middle-aged man asked. But after I arrived, he disappeared. Maybe he was chased by a powerful enemy and ran away." Yu Yaoyao's expression is very anxious as she said, "You should come with us. Heaven's mandate sacred land is not safe in the near future. And without your Kuan Pring by your side I am worried," the middle-aged man said. At this time, Qin Yun released Yu Yaoyao's hand and signaled her to follow her father. Yu Yaoyao is somewhat reluctant, she wants to follow Qin Yun but she still flew to her father's side. Because she is very clear that without Dark Kuan Pring by her side, she will become Qin Yun's burden. She secretly sent sound transmission to Qin Yun. "Thank you, you must be very careful. Goodbye." Yu Yaoyao followed her father and those few elders and used teleportation talisman to leave. Qin Yun was also very nervous just now because Yu Yaoyao's father and those few elders are very strong. Qin Yun saw Yu Yaoyao's uncle and uncle. She thought that her father's strength is about the same as them. And just now, she could not see through Yu Yaoyao's father. He is definitely stronger than her uncle and uncle. Old Chu, where are you? Qin Yun took out the magic mirror, contacted Chu Wuxing and said, I want to go to your place and meet that young master you are protecting. Boss, you want to kill him? Chu Wuxing is very scared. No, I just want to have a chat with him. Qin Yun said with smile. Then I will go find Great Heaven War God. Instead of waiting for them to come and kill me, I might as well go find him. Yun is very anxious to test the peach seed crystal seed. He believes that it should be possible to test it on Great Heaven War God. Boss, I really admire you. Chu Wuxing originally thought that after Qin Yun found out about Great Heaven War God, he would immediately leave Heaven's mandate sacred land. But now he wants to go find Great Heaven War God. Qin Yun said with mischievous smile. Quickly tell me the location, I will go immediately. Who do you think I am? Do you think I am afraid of that bullshit Great Heaven War God? Chapter 2684. Chu Wuxing, a king-level assassin of the Heavenly Secret Sect, was sent to protect the young master of the Great Heaven Divine Race. It is clear that the relationship between the Heavenly Secret Sect and the Great Heaven Divine Race's upper echelons is very good. Chu Wuxing was not the only King-class Dark operative protecting him. There were other King-class Dark operative protecting him as well. If it was before Qin Yun broke through, it would be very difficult for him to face one king-level assassin, let alone several of them. But now it is different. Even if there are several king-level assassins, it will not be a problem. He does not need to use any special methods. He can use his formidable power to crush them. After Qin Yun learned about the location of the Great Heaven Divine Race from Chu Wuxing, he immediately flew over. Xiao Yun, there are more and more people from the Yu ancient clan. The mysterious ancient talisman you got from Grandpa Mia Tian came from the Yu ancient clan. You should find an opportunity to ask Imperial Demon. Ling Yuner said. Speaking of the mysterious ancient talisman, Qin Yun immediately took it out. It has runes that form the character, Imperial. It is this set of runes that endows the mysterious ancient talisman with formidable power. No need to ask Imperial Demon. Qin Yun landed on the ground and released the 9-sun heaven-raising pagoda. After entering the pagoda, he poured nether moon mental power into his palm and then took out Yu Song Yuan's head from the spirit creation heavenly cauldron. Yu Song Yuan's soul is still inside the head. In order to prevent the soul from escaping, Qin Yun quickly carved a nether moon totem on the head so that the soul cannot escape. Yu Song Yuan's head is in Qin Yun's hand. The face of the head is filled with anger and fear. Xiao Yun, this guy will release that soul distress wave. Ling Yuner said, you should be careful. Qin Yun is now inside the second layer space, so he is not worried about Yu Song Yuan releasing soul distress wave. Yu Song Yuan, this is the first time we met. I did not expect our relationship to develop so quickly. Not long after, you became my prisoner. Qin Yun said with smile. How do you feel now? Qin Yun, you can only be smug. You can only temporarily imprison me. Once I escape, you will be finished. You enslaved Yu Wanlong's black dragon assassin. If he finds out, he won't let you off. Yu Song Yuan shouted. Qin Yun released the black dragon killer, controlled him and said, Yu Song Yuan, if you don't cooperate with me, you will end up like this black dragon killer, you will become my puppet. Yu Song Yuan was now sure that this 7-headed black dragon killer was Qin Yun's puppet. Qin Yun took out the mysterious purple ancient talisman and placed it in front of Yu Song Yuan. He asked, This should be the talisman of your ancient Yu clan. Do you know what it is? Your relationship with Yu Yaoyao is so good, Why don't you ask him? Yu Song-yuan is also afraid of becoming Qin Yun's puppet, so he can only carefully look at the mysterious ancient talisman. The mysterious ancient talisman was originally damaged, but it was quickly repaired after Qin Yun pasted it on the bloodline heavenly pattern box. At first, Yu Song-yuan had no interest in the talisman. However, as he studied it, his expression gradually changed. Where did this talisman come from? Yu Song-yuan hastily asked. Why do you care so much? Just tell me what this talisman is used for. Qin Yun grabbed Yu Song-yuan's head and vigorously shook it. You have to tell me where this talisman came from, then I can be sure that it is not that talisman, because this kind of talisman has been lost in my ancient Yu clan. Yu Song-yuan shouted. I got it from a palace in ancient Desolate. This talisman was damaged, but I repaired it using bloodline heavenly pattern. A friend of mine obtained it from that palace. Later on, because of the talisman's protection, he was able to escape from that dangerous palace. Qin Yun said. Yu Song-yuan's voice is somewhat trembling. He said in a startled voice, That's right. It is that talisman. I never thought that it would see the light of day again. What kind of talisman is this? Qin Yun saw Yu Song-yuan's mysterious expression and wished that he could smash his head to the ground. This talisman is called Imperial Life Heavenly Talisman. It is one of the 10 great heavenly talismans of our ancient Yu clan. As long as you stick this talisman on your body, you will not die until the talisman's energy runs out. Yu Song-yuan sighed and said, This talisman has been lost. 10. Nearly half of the great heavenly talismans have been lost. Qin Yun already guessed that this talisman must be some kind of protective talisman. However, he never wore it on his body. He only wanted to activate it. He did not expect that this talisman would not need to be activated. As long as he wears it on his body, it can be activated when he encounters danger. Alright, it's none of your business. Qin Yun stuffed Yu Song-yuan's head into a space inside the spirit creation heavenly cauldron. Yu Song-yuan shouted and screamed, begging Qin Yun to let him go. Qin Yun pretended not to hear him. He is still grinning, causing Yu Song-yuan to curse in his heart. Xiao Yun, this talisman must have bloodline heavenly rune, otherwise you would not have been able to use it to restore it. Ling Yuner said. Could it be that ancient Yu clan once had bloodline heavenly rune? Qin Yun looked at the Imperial Life heavenly talisman and said, Maybe this talisman's energy ran out, so it can be replenished with bloodline heavenly rune. He also carried the talisman with him. In this way, the talisman would automatically protect him. Even if he encounters a sneak attack and he doesn't have time to react, this talisman can still protect him. The palace that Heaven's destroyer had entered before was filled with traps. Many of the traps and killing arrays had suddenly erupted. Because of this talisman, Heaven's destroyer had been able to successfully walk out of the palace. The place Qin Yun is flying towards is very close to the heavenly fate Dragon Lake. It can be seen that the great heaven divine race is very confident that they are not afraid of the dragon race. Yu Yaoyao is following her father and a few elders. They are wandering all around, looking for Yu Song-yuan's trail. Only Yu Yaoyao knows that Yu Song-yuan has fallen into Qin Yun's hands and can no longer return. She hates Yu Song-yuan very much. Moreover, Yu Song-yuan is courting death by attacking Qin Yun. Being captured by Qin Yun is his own doing. After searching for a while, Yu Yaoyao's father gave up and flew towards the heavenly fate Dragon Lake. Xingyu, we have already searched, we have done everything we can, they can't blame us, an old man said to Yu Yaoyao's father. Yu Xingyu sighed and said, Although this brat Yu Song-yuan is very rude and arrogant, he is still my big brother's son. But he is still my big brother's son. Your big brother has many sons, one less is not a problem, one more is not a problem. If he is gone, then he is gone. At our age, who hasn't lost 8 or 10 grandchildren? A tall and sturdy old man disapprovingly said. This Yu Song Yuan's talent is very good. Another old man said with smile. If he is gone, it would be a bit of a pity. The tall and sturdy old man said with smile. So what if his talent is good? Even if he is a genius, a dead genius is not a genius. Who told him to have such a bad life and still roam around everywhere? Yu Yaoyao very much agrees with these words because Yu Song Yuan provoked Qin Yun on his own accord. Then let's go to the great heaven god race. They should be waiting for us. Yu Xingyu said. Father, what happened to the great heaven god race? Is our Yu family cooperating with them? Yu Yaoyao hastily asked. The tall and sturdy old man said with smile. Not only cooperation, we might even be connected by marriage. Yaoyao, let's go, we will take you to pick a handsome young man. Yu Yaoyao puffed up her face and said with unwilling expression, I don't want to. Don't randomly find me a husband. I know. Last time we secretly arranged a marriage for you, that's why you ran away for so many years. The old man said with smile. This time it won't happen. We won't hide it from you, we will ask for your permission first and take you to a blind date. Yu Yaoyao curled her lips and said, Blind date? I won't go. Yu Xingyu said sternly. Yaoyao, you're not young anymore. Take advantage of the fact that you can still maintain your youthful and beautiful appearance. Get married as soon as possible. Otherwise, your cultivation won't be able to keep up. Once you can't keep your body young, you will quickly age. What will you do then? I will stay young forever. Yu Yaoyao yelled. Don't worry about me. Be obedient. We have already discussed it with the great heaven god race. Even if you don't want to marry, there's nothing wrong with going over and having a chat with them, right? Yu Xingyu's pair of thick eyebrows and big eyes immediately became stern. He stared at Yu Yaoyao so that she could only puff up her face and stifle her anger. The tall and sturdy old man said with smile, Yaoyao, I heard that your dark Kuan-pung was released by that Qin Yun. What is your relationship with him? Rumor has it that your relationship with him is pretty good. We are friends. What? Do you want to care what friends I make? Yu Yaoyao became even more unhappy. Then you must stay away from this friend. Yu Xingyu's tone became even more stern as he berated. This time you must listen to me. Don't have any dealings with this Qin Yun. He helped me rescue the dark Kuan-pung. I still haven't thanked him. Yu Yaoyao seems to know that the clan will certainly oppose her and Qin Yun getting close. Because your dark Kuan-pung's body is too big, it exceeds the boundary set by the heavenly rules Tao orthodoxy. It is natural that it was sealed. A short bald old man said. Those guys from the Heaven Creation God Palace sealed my Kuan-pung, but they took my Kuan-pung's flesh and bones. They were the ones in the wrong first. Yu Yaoyao became angry when she talked about this matter. Yu Xingyu said with a serious expression, Yaoyao, promise me, don't meet with Qin Yun again. I am doing this for your own good. He is in danger now, everyone wants to capture him. If you are with him, you will be implicated by him. Yu Luanhui sent Black Dragon assassins to capture him several times, but they didn't succeed. Yu Yaoyao said in low voice, How can Qin Yun be captured so easily? You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.